I don't got a good line on crack. I don't got a good line on crack. If I had a good line on crack, I would sell crack. I'm dead ass. Fuck you talking about? If I had a good line on it, I'd be out here with that. You heard? I don't have a good line on it though. But what I do got a good line on is this kind of shit. It look like I'm scared. It look like I'm scared in the streets. Keep it real, y'all. It look like I'm scared in the streets. It look like I'm scared in the streets, y'all. Huh? Do it look like I'm scared of the streets? It look like I'm scared to go outside? Huh? Huh? Hold on, your guard in the streets, you try to flex on me. You try to flex on me. I don't even be doing tonight. I don't even be flashing Jerry on niggas and all that. Hey, your guard in the streets, you try to flex on me, nigga. You see that, nigga? Fuck is you talking? You try to flex on me, nigga? Fuck out of here, nigga. You talking about niggas scared in the streets? It look like I'm scared to go outside? Keep it a buck. Not only am I not scared to go outside, but when you fucking with that, the crowd of niggas that you dealing with, oh, those are the ruffians. Yeah, them the ruffians, them the young niggas. The young spry niggas. Yo, what you got? Yo, what you got, all them? Them is the type of niggas you dealing with when you dealing with that. It look like I'm scared to go outside? Nah, I ain't scared to go outside, OT. I ain't scared to go outside, OT. I'm scared to catch a crack case. Yeah. But if the numbers was low enough, I wouldn't be scared to catch a crack. You heard, OT? Yo, fraud in the streets. Get off my nuts, nigga. Suck my dick. Fraud in them streets, suck my dick. How about that, nigga? I'm scared to go. I'm scared to go back to jail. Everybody should be scared to go back to jail, nigga. The fuck you talking about? Especially your old ass. Yeah, your old ass gonna be on a fucking medical call every day for something, nigga. Cholesterol, kidneys, diabetes, everything gonna be. You know how your old ass would be right now if you was in jail. Yeah, signing up for sick call every morning. Old nigga like you, your whole beard gray, nigga. A body blow right now, nigga, you will piss blood for 6 months, nigga. A body blow right now, you will piss blood for 6 months, old nigga. Stay in your lane, bro. Do y'all see this weirdo looking nigga in the thumbnail, though? This is your American healer? Never in the lamp, nigga. The Trinity is on deck, nigga. So is me, nigga. Fraud in them streets. I want to talk to you, old nigga. Fraud in them streets. I want to talk to you, old nigga. Yeah, I just had bad fun. I was on the phone with my little bitch, right? On the phone with my little heifer. And so, you know, she like, yo, what you about to do? I said, I'm about to go live. She like, what you about to talk about? I said, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't be knowing what I'm going to talk about when I'm about to go live. I figured out when I'm about to go. So you know what I do? I get the remote. You know what I punch in? Zip with the drip. That's what I swear to God. I punch in. Zip with the drip. Let's see who's on my nuts today. And guess who's on my nuts today? Yo, look, I ain't lying. I'm about to put y'all on some shit. This shit is mad funny, you heard? This shit is mad funny. Hold up. Just put in zip with the drip. Zip with the drip. Okay. So 7 hours ago, this lame. Know what I mean? 7 hours ago, this lame. Okay. This lame. Know what I'm saying? This is what's going on. Look, I just go ahead. This lame. Know what I'm saying? I just see what's going on. Look. I just see what's going on. I'm saying I just put zip with the drip in. Maybe then I just see everybody. Look. This lane. Know what I mean? I don't think I see this, know what I'm saying? But him. Know what I mean? Look, boy, this lane. You know what I'm saying? Look, boy, this lane. I'm just seeing things, right? But see, on the TV, You get more of a variety. Hold on. Let me show you something real quick. This is incredible. I don't understand this. Let me see. Hold on. All right, bro. Let's go here. Let's go here. Right. Videos. Look at Dr. Janky, y'all. 2 hours ago, right here, he got a video, my name in it. Some Dr. Inky, Bimmy and Zip right there. He live right now. Look. If I put in Zip with the drip, this is what pops up. I don't gotta I don't watch y'all niggas. I swear, I put in Zip with the drip and see who's talking about me. If y'all niggas stay, cause fraud in them streets. You say I be subscribed to y'all niggas. Let me show y'all fraud in these streets. This is amazing. This old nigga is the worst. Nigga called me a PR. Nigga said, yo, you a PR to me. Check this thing out. See, look. I come here to your page, Zip with the drip. Listen to a real 5%er. You been on my nuts. That's from 9 months ago. From 9 months ago, yo, Zip with the drip. Listen to a real 5%er. You been on my nuts, old nigga. Yeah, you been on my nuts. Let's go to your channel, though, see what you talking about. All right, 4 hours ago. 4 hours ago, this right here. This is what I'm talking about. See this, too. Know what I'm saying? Let's see what you talking about. Fraud in the streets. Oh, look how he come on. Look how he come on. Look how he come on. Look how this old nigga come on. This nigga's like 90 years old. Watch till you see his face. Look at this nigga. Check him out. Look at this nigga. Check him out, look. Fraud in them streets, man.
Peace, everybody.
Fraud in them streets, man. Fraud in them streets, man. Hold up, fraud in them streets. You said something right here. I remember the time.
It's so crazy today because money hanging with her feet out from the garbage can. Really? Really? Oh, because somebody took your brother's life. Now, I could have seen him. You say, yo, I took, his brother's life. And that's what I'm saying. The news around. And you say you put a bullet in her head and leave her hanging, on
I can't even remember what you said. I thought I knew where you said it at.
Shot Angel.
Was it right here?
You thought 50 Cent just came up with that shit out of nowhere when he did rape in a tailor shop? God, shit like that. And this clown said, because I needed him for content. So,
you do need me for content. You definitely need me for content. You can't do no views on YouTube without mentioning me, old nigga.
I need you for content.
I can't find what you said, but you said something like, when I said to Dr. Inky that if I had a good line on crack, I would be selling crack right now, right? And you said, front ass nigga. That's what you said, something to that regard. Oh, you front nigga. You scared to go back to jail. You scared in them streets. All right, so suck my dick, old nigga. How about that? I'm scared to go back to jail. I'm telling you on the internet, this nigga, this old nigga right here. Let's get your face nice and clear on him. Let's get your face nice and clear on him.
If I was fucking with y'all niggas with that game,
suck my dick, nigga. How about that? You old nigga with the Nation of Gods and Earth shirt on, with the funny chain, watch rings. This nigga right here, suck my dick. I'm scared of the streets. So I'm scared to catch a crack case, yeah, but I ain't scared to smack the shit out of your old ass and go back to jail. So suck my dick and see me in traffic, nigga. How about that? How scared is I? Yeah, I just told you to suck my dick on national YouTube. Yeah, on national YouTube. Look, you right here. This old nigga right here. Suck my dick, Lord. Yeah, how about that? Suck my divine Islam Sikh kingdom. How about that? You break that down. Yeah, suck my wisdom, equality wisdom, equality. How about that? Yeah, how about that? Suck my now, universe, truth self. How about that? Yeah. Suck my now, universe, truth self. You know what's that? Huh? You still know your ABCs? Huh? You still know the ABCs, Lord? Suck my divine Islam seed kingdom, he, equality, Allah divine, till it pop. Yeah, till it pop off. Yeah, you know what I said? Huh? Yeah, suck the head till it pop off, old nigga. Yo, y'all old niggas is stupid, B. Y'all old niggas is stupid. I don't got a good line on crack. If I had a good line on crack, I would sell crack. I'm dead ass. What the fuck you talking about? If I had a good line on it, I'll be out here with that. You heard? I don't have a good line on it, though. But what I do got a good line on is this kind of shit. It look like I'm scared. It look like I'm scared in the streets. Keep it real, y'all. It look like I'm scared in the streets. It look like I'm scared in the streets, y'all. Huh? Do it look like I'm scared of the streets? It look like I'm scared to go outside? Huh? Huh? Hold on. Your guard in the streets, you try to flex on me. I don't even be doing shit like I don't even be flashing Jerry on niggas and all that. Hey, your guard in the streets, you try to flex on me, nigga. You see that, nigga? Fuck is you talking? You try to flex on me, nigga? Fuck out here, nigga. You talking about niggas scared in the streets? It look like I'm scared to go outside? Keep it a buck. Not only am I not scared to go outside, but when you fucking with that, the crowd of niggas that you dealing with, oh, those is the ruffians. Yeah, them the ruffians. Them the young niggas. The young spry niggas. Yo, what you got? What you got, all them? Them is the type of niggas you dealing with when you dealing with that. It look like I'm scared to go outside? Nah, I ain't scared to go outside, OT.
Peace, y'all. This is God in them streets. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button, the like button, and definitely share. I know it's taken me about 2 weeks to get back to Zip with the Drip. They called me fraud in them streets. First, I like to pay all due respect to my people, my man Mark Brown, known as Bird, another East New York legend, rest in peace. I like to also pay my respects to Tammy. They had a big turnout for a smoke. From what I know, they sent mother homie, my homegirl off right and exact. And once again, my cousin, Science, Michael Gilliard, also known as Michael Gilliard Thompson. I'm just gonna start out today with a few pictures explaining a little bit of my past before I take y'all to some of my prior videos. Not that I need to prove my credibility in the streets to anyone, but when an individual can be so disrespectful to tell another man to savor you see king, his divine I see kingdom, there's something wrong. Y'all know in the past, New York has always been known that if you invite a man to your penis, that's something that could get you possibly killed. Because we don't know how to do that in New York. And you know I really want to say this and really be as disgusting and as foul out my mouth as possible, but I'm going to try and be civilized. But most of the individuals that I know, see, because I know you in front of my face, you not going to smack me, I'm not none of these old ass niggas that's gonna get knocked down, and if I'm locked up, I'm gonna be on sick call, you know, every morning trying to get pills. None of that's going to take place. Matter of fact, I'm going to be in New York. I'm coming to Flatbush, all that Rogers, Bedford, all that slick shit that you talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I used to have major spots over there. You know what I'm saying? East New York, Eastern Parkway, and Troy Ave, 961 the Castle. I got mad stories for y'all. But see, I can take my time because it's not about the views. It's not even about this so-called impress me gangster shit. You know? It's about delivering the truth. And because I used to like the way that you used to break individuals down that came with all that sucker shit, because see, me, you can't go back on my rap sheet. You say you don't apologize to nobody up on YouTube, but Zip, the lip professor, I should hope that you want to apologize to me after this video. Because one thing and two for sure, there's nothing fake about God in them streets. So let me take you through a few pictures right here. A lot of people know my man right there, Forever Allah, rest in peace, was from Mount Everest, as we call it, Linden Plaza. This is a picture of me in Franklin K. Lane in 1980, a whole year before you was born, Zip. I got on burgundy Converses, I got on gabardines, and that sweater, I think that I got that from Paragamos. You know what I'm saying? Paragons. Yeah, Paragons. Up in the city. We used to go up there and boost out of there. I'm talking about them $800 sweaters. And as you can see, I got on a, what you call a Panama. You know what I'm saying? This is back in the 80s, eh? But you want to be so disrespectful. This my team. Allah bless those that return to the essence. My man Sharif, that was my protege from up on Linden Plaza, Mount Everest once again. Ron Du, you know, Kay, a bunch of other, I think Nisi might be in there, Pat might be in there. That might have been at the Encore that night. This phone is acting funny. Another famous picture of the guards from Crown Heights that my man Jamel Shabazz be showing in all his books. This the twins from Far Rockaway, Jamel and Barshaw, and an up-to-date picture on my man Rasun Kindu's brother. This is a picture in Cypress back in the early, maybe 70s or whatever. I ain't even got to tell you the people that's on that bench. Me and my old earth, I had on some marshmallows in that picture right there. You know what I'm saying? In Cypress when we first got up in there. Well, a little bit after that. That's me 2006 at the CIAA down in Charlotte. Matter of fact, you see that jacket? That was about $1,200. That was that real Scarface jacket that had all the scenes on there. See, because you seem to think niggas is washed up from the 80s and the 90s. There go another exclusive picture. Cypress Hill back in the days. Yeah, when we first moved out there, that's white boy Mario. Allah bless the dead Otto Willis that became a big-time detective on New York City Police Force. me give you a little history. That's Art Bark in them. You know what I'm saying? The movie, The Education of Sonny Carson, the Tomahawks, Not No Bloods and Crips, and all that shit that y'all bought up here. Why y'all couldn't name yourself behind some of the original gangs? You know what I'm saying? You know? Y'all had to go do other things, you know what I'm saying? And copycat other individuals and their style and profile and everything, but yet you want to get up here trying to act like you clowning somebody. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, most of the time, individuals that tell another man to go down on them or stop riding my wee-wee or get off my nuts, any of that type of language, you know that would get you killed. I don't know about what's going on now with all this, funny style shit that's going on up top, but back in the days when we came up, if you said that to an individual, you was prepared to kill them or stab them in their face or knock their whole teeth out. But see, like I said, nowadays, y'all claim y'all got knowledge, but how you gonna have knowledge without having respect? I didn't say anything to disrespect you. I just defended my nation, which is what I've always done. In the free cipher, inside the belly of the beast, in the college institution, wherever I went, because I'm always going to be myself. Once again, original, the Tomahawks. And I know you're going to talk a lot of A1 shit, and you ain't going to want to give me my props and apologize. I can understand you not apologizing to the snitches and all that. And as far as, where you at in all the pictures? Aren't you glad I'm not in the pictures? Because just recently you went through a little bit of history on somebody I know, and they had to end up telling the feds who was in those pictures. Even some of our homeboys that come right out of Cypress. But I'm not going to go into none of that in detail because I'm not involved with that one way or another. So let's continue a little bit more on our journey, all right? This is another classic picture of Art Bark and the Tomahawks. Art Bark and them and the Tomahawks, they burnt down Brownsville. And then Art Bark went and got what you call Operation Future, a coalition. You know what I'm saying, my man? And through that coalition, he got plenty of people jobs. Bed-Stuy, East New York, Brownsville. Future is still there today, and we call it a law school in Medina. Okay, that's another picture from The Education of Sonny Carson. Art Bark and Mike Tyson together. One of the pictures I put up of Art Bark, one of the first individuals to actually own horses and bring the black cowboys around and all that. Yeah, those individuals that was once the gangbangers and tore up the neighborhoods and everything, they got knowledge of self. Not them renegade guards that you knew out there in Corona giving you packs of crack at the age of 9 years old. This is another classic picture right here, okay? That's, all those that come from the powerhouses, AKA pink houses. You got Art Bark in that picture, Sun God, you got Larry. I think the other brother Supreme, and that might be Big Wise in the back. Once again, so y'all can make sure y'all seeing these pictures. Because, see, everybody that knows that Shabu Bialov from Cypress Hill Projects is official. Another one of my students, Supreme Bayalov, rest in peace. He was killed in front of the bus stop, and I'm going to let you see all this when I go through my videos when you talk about, you old timers, like, oh, you down south hiding. Man, I go wherever I want to. I'm universal. Supreme again. I remember he had to pull 50 Cent out of his house and shoot him in his ass for keep robbing 55 Sand Street. Because Preem was down with D Nice in them. You know, the one you kept calling Little D the other night when you was reading homie's paperwork. Okay? The infamous Arif, my first student, and his cousin, Black Knowledge. Not Black Knowledge from Sumter, Black Knowledge from out in the East, Black Knowledge from around Cypress Hill. Well-known, too, individual. And if you've been doing time, a lot of these individuals, I know you done ran into them. Once again, Arif, up in 315, Young Guards. You know what I'm saying? We went to Parliaments. We built. Matter of fact, I started speaking at the Parliament and Knowledge Born Guard Bill, or Destroy, which is better known as 1978, 16 years old. No, I'm not your pop's age. Okay? Quite sure you know who that is. Yeah. Born the Law B. They gave that history up on Sinetta about Bumpy Johnson and Harlem and all that, because all my older brothers, all the elder guards, you know what I'm saying, they were super official. Yeah, by the time you got to jail, you know what I'm saying, that I heard what you went through before with Divine, OG Divine, and talking about on the gate and that, but you're not telling the truth, that it was the guards that held the Bloods down first up north. Homie. Another one of my infamous individuals from out of Cypress, Son Bay, formerly Ray's son. We used to do our thing going back and forth to Southern Gun World down in Richmond, Virginia, where my firstborn is from, which you're going to see in one of these pictures or a couple of pictures. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all them big toys, you know? Picture when Rod's son was doing that first 2 to 6, him, Kendu, and Kendu daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to be using a lot of my people, but you want to talk all that trash about, oh, look at this old cat, how many different names. How many names do you mention? Every time you come up there, that's all you do is talk about names and try and impress people. And I see I made you come out your jury box and all that. But all of this really is all in fun and entertainment for me. But see, one thing about me, I'm not Toes, I'm not Bim, I'm not none of those individuals. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not bragging and boasting about anything, but I just want you to keep it G'd up, you know. I was on that Robin Gold shit that night, you know what I'm saying? I got them black and gold joints on. I ain't gonna show that one, I showed that one again already. Okay, here we go. Cypress Hill Projects, you know? You see the guards sitting on the bench with all the young guards around them, and I ain't even gonna talk about how infamous these individuals are. Matter of fact, Sir Abu is in the back of there, the same one I talk about when I went up to the rooftop. They had the record, they was called Divine Force, you know? Matter of fact, I got some pictures of the sheriffs of rap. You know, man, I've been all around this hip-hop and everything. But, you know, there's always clowns like you that want to talk this, that, and the third. Fraud in them streets. Fraud in them streets. Man, I could never be a fraud in them streets. I'm gone for real. And remember the other night when you was on your show and you was riding Guy Tony? You was riding on his Now You Truth. You was riding on his wee, talking all that. You know who's in that picture? That's Drax sitting down in the middle. That's Guy Tony on the right side. And that's my man Todd. Yeah, ask them. When you want to talk about fraud in them streets, you think I could just get up on here and talk about the most infamous projects probably in Brooklyn? No disrespect to none of my other homies. But come on, man, Cypress Hill projects, man. We got a whole multitude of famous, street, legendary individuals. But I was taught back in the day, you know why we never took pictures? Because when you take pictures, you allow people to know what you look like. Niggas want to kill you. Hey, yo, man, I got a picture. I just took the picture in Roxy's. I just took the picture in Disco Fever. I just took a picture in Barnes International. I just took a picture, you know, in Latin Quarters, you know, the Encore, all that. Here go my man again, Sun Bay, with his sister Mimi. And if I'm not mistaken, and Shamik, his brother, right? But Mimi had a baby right there. That's little baby Preem, green-eyed Preem from Queens. Ask him about me. You know what I'm saying? And see, I shouldn't even have to go through this to prove any of this by you. But the reason why I did that, because I wanted the people to see how disrespectful you was to a real OG. And like I said, Zip, all you got to do is give me an apology. But I really don't expect that, because you can't be man enough to recognize when you disrespect a real individual. Because if you was in my face and you told me those words that you told me, I guarantee you talk about when you see me, you gonna smack me in traffic and all that. You really think that I'm one of them old washed up niggas like that? I'm not walking around with no cane. It's nothing Father UC King about me. You know what I'm saying? I wish you would. I got something for you all the time, every time. ABG, anybody can get it. You see that? Hold on. See, this is this funny phone that I had that couldn't download and all that shit for me because it be going in and out. But you see that? Some more infamous Brooklyn niggas. Like you said when you was riding all over our Now You Truths about being up north. Yeah, Brooklyn, Brooklyn. And the next night after you called me fraud in the street, you got on there and shouted out East New York. How you gonna shout out East New York without talking about me? Is you crazy? I'm Mr. East New York. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, Uncle Murder, GMG, Getting Money Guards. You see that? You see that right there? You see what I got on right there? No, not that gray and black mink, the R. Kelly joint, orange and brown. You know what I'm saying? With the hoodie, that real shit. Come on, man. Stop playing with me, Zip. Stop playing with me, Zip, the lip professor. Yeah, once again, that K. Slade joint with Busta Rhymes and me. And I'm getting ready to show you this rug that was made exclusively for me for doing the 50th anniversary at the Apollo for the Nation of Gods and Earths. You know what I'm saying? Me and 3 other brothers, Born King of Law Intelligence and Master Lord. And that cost us over 60 racks. Once again, at the funeral. You know, I got, if you go up there, everybody, and look on guard in them streets, you're going to see all the footage, you know what I'm saying, for me being at K. Slade's funeral. Because, you know what I'm saying, that's another individual that I helped teach, you know, our science, and trusted me and called me for advice and everything else. And I'm going to show you the picture because he was down here with us in Raleigh before he went back to New York and caught the COVID, you know? So when individuals like you get out of place with individuals like me, you know what I'm saying? It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. It's like in Carlito's way, you know? Except for Carlito fucked up because he was supposed to knock Benny Blanco's brains out. Because Benny Blanco, yeah, was him in his heyday. But he just told him, oh man, I don't deal with no chain snatching, watch snatching, Zip, the lip professor type individuals. You know what I'm saying? I deal with made men. I deal with real gangsters. Once again, your boy LL right there, who I saved at the Roxy's. All this is up on guard in them streets. You see? Because individuals got little platforms, you know. It ain't about the views. It ain't about no money with me. It's about delivering the truth and keeping it real. I don't care what you is, Muslim, Christian, you know what I'm saying, Hindu, Buddhist, whatever. We got a common reality if you living by righteousness. Now, if you living by unrighteousness, like I said, man, it's not hard for me to be a savage in the pursuit of happiness. Here we go again. My man Red Alert. You know what I'm saying? All these dudes, Disco Fever, the Roxy's, the Fun House, you know, the Ring. My man, the real Pistol Pete, that was throwing up his flag, holding it down. You know, shout out to my man Pika. You know, Pika's in that same little documentary that they made on the island about individuals getting slashed by the CEO. Yeah, I know a bunch of them. But I say shout out to Pika. I'm going to save his story for later, coming into 4A, because like I said, I might even go through this a little bit tonight with, you know, my joints that's up on St. Lads and everything else, you know, because when you got an individual that called you a fraud in the streets, that's terrible. Shout out to my son's man, Big Dotty, right there on the side. But as you can see, you know what I'm saying? Like father, like son. Me and his team out hanging out. I think that was around his 35th birthday. And I only showed these because, you know, later on, you're going to see one with me when he was a little boy. And you're going to see I was still on some gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going to say my people's names from out there, you know, in Queens, you know, in the desert, in the oasis. Yeah, you better ask about me, Zip. You better ask about Mr. Fraudulent in the streets, you know? I don't know if this one is clear to y'all, but that's a picture out in Red Hook back in the day. As you notice again, Zip, I got on the Izar hoodie, all that. The guard never been a bum. Not one day in his life. It's impossible. Here go another classic picture right there. Art Bark and Bahim, you know? All of them was original tomahawks that turned 5%er. Nation of gods and earths that you want to be so disrespectful thinking you know a little bit of math. Had to give a shout out again to my man, rest in peace. Everybody know him from Starlight City, Prince Love. Prince Love used to wear more jewelry than any rapper that you know. And you want to talk about the gods, you know? Pathetic, man. Pathetic, you know? Matter of fact, Jada Kiss was there that night too, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jada. And Fendi was there too that night. There go another one of our infamous Earths from Pink Houses, the powerhouses. See, all the old timers is gonna jump all up in my chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get it together before, you know, the wintertime come. Makiba, Melva. You know, I used to run through all them projects because all them projects was 5% related. Now here's me doing some exclusive shit that an individual like you know, may not be capable of doing. That's my college organization, Groove 5 Groove Social Fellowship, you know, promoted found at Morgan State University, 1962, pro black. There's no such thing as a black Greek. We giving $25,000 to A&T as a scholarship. You know what I'm saying? For our youth. I put my money where my mouth is. Fraud in the streets. Yeah. Me hugged up on my oldest, Sharif, him and his team down in Virginia. See, because I've been doing it for a long time. I ain't one of them niggas from the 80s that fell the fuck off. What's wrong with you? And there goes Sharif as a baby. You see me zip the lip, professor? I was always a gangster, boy. You know what I'm saying? I got that from the older guards, wearing all of them Stentons and, you know, all that, you know, gangster shit, man. I'm even gonna show you shit from the pawn shop, nigga. You know what I'm saying? This is December the 2nd, 1989. 5 bracelets, watches, all that type of crazy shit. And here it is, some little snotty-nosed youngster like you gonna come along and be disrespectful. I was pawning more jewelry and selling more jewelry and everything and taking more jewelry before you even knew what jewelry's about. And you want to be fly and talk all that, oh, I wear diamonds, he wanted Talk a little shit. Yeah, that's me at, Parliament back in the days, getting it in. When I would have put them pythons around your neck and squeezed the shit out of you. Yeah. Shout out. See, this is what I'm saying. Cypress gonna go ill, man. My little team, my super youngins, my great nephews and all that, they don't like you talking to me like that. That's one of the flyest dudes that ever lived in Cypress Hill. Rest in peace to my man Domino. And that's my man Black Martin right there on the side. Black Mitch's man. And that's my girl Sweet Tammy in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We had a little thing going on. That's my man Caveman's sister. You know? This is me with some of them, you know what I'm saying? Them great gods, the older gods, the Rahims, and I don't even want to tell you how notorious these dudes that's in there. But you see me once again? I'm in the background. Once again, with some fly ass, you know what I'm saying? Panama, short Panama on or something, man. This dude is a character, man. Wow, let me really bust you in the head. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you how my boys was rocking back in the days, man. Don't act like y'all have no idea. This is my man Tim Wynn in my building, one of my best friends, graduated from Harvard. This nigga was over in Cypress with that. The John DeLorean, yes, the back to space shit. The DeLorean car that got busted with all them kilos of coke and everything else. That's when he made that. Okay? You wanted to talk shit about my man Sub? Shout out to my man Sub. You know what I'm saying? This is a picture that he sent me when I was locked up down here in North Carolina. Also, y'all go to St. Lad's and look up that joint. It's called Surviving North Carolina. I went against one of the illest so-called sheriffs in America. His name was Sheriff Hagee. They had pink walls and blue teddy bears in there. I helped them get this joint called Cell Block F. Okay? See, I be hating, man, because I done lost so many pictures. The police done took so many pictures of mine, raided my cribs down there. And once again, I'm not bragging about this life, but when individuals be really disrespectful, like Zip, the lip professor, and call me frauds in the streets and play little bits and pieces and try and make me look like some old sucker ass nigga, then, I gotta get to the business. Okay, once again, my man Born Life in there, Exact, that run Brand Nubians, and of course, y'all know, go out and get Rakim's new album that's out, all right? Come on, man. It's play, nigga, man. Once again, my brothers, you know what I'm saying? Kendu and Rasim when they was young guards, That's how me and Kendu first met. And Lou Hobbs and all them other individuals. Lil Fred, brother that used to be down at the Diamond District. Because my cousins and them, like I said, is from 1191 Park Place. That's where I first ran into knowledge at the age of 11 years old in 1973. Yeah, 10 years before, what's that? 8 years before your punk ass was born. And you want to talk shit and laugh. Yeah, that's some modern day shit, you know what I'm saying? A fly ass motherfucking motorcycle jacket, Supreme Savage shit, you know what I'm saying? When the old man wanna get jiggy, you know what I'm saying? That linen shit, all that, paint, different colors, everything else. And you wanna talk shit. I ain't bring out none of my real shit. This is just, a little something to give a little introduction, What's that? It's back in the early 80s, the real Cazelles on, not the Cazellis, not the shit with a G. A little bit of jewelry, but them trinkets back then could get your whole neck tore off. Trying to find the one where I'm draped up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? This clown wanna talk so much shit. I don't know. I don't know if I put that one on there. Man. Once again, another famous individual from out my way. Baby Sam, Infallible Amar, you know, real gangsters, real killers and all that shit. Man, all that bullshit this dude talking, man. Oh man, Shy. You done went crazy and forgot to put the joint you wanted to show him flossing with about 250 on your neck. Oh, I only wear diamonds. You only been home a little short ass minute. And you always want to talk all this super this, that, and the third. And I understand you, Zip. Like I said, I still watch you, man. I'm not no corny, fake ass nigga. I like how you be airing some of these cats out. But you should have never came at me with that shit. Alright, well, I guess it wasn't meant for you to see that one right there with me loaded. But once again, God in them streets is dedicated to my man K Slay. You know, Sub went through a little something the other night, and I gotta remain impartial with some of these things. And the reason I do is because it's the internet. And the majority of us are never gonna see each other. But for real, Zip, when I see you, me and you gonna have to fucking slap box. You talking all that tough guy shit about, you know, when I catch you in traffic and I'm on Bedford and Rogers. And I done had spots all around there fucking with Mad Max and them mad broads in the 90s. You know, man, you was a clown, man. All right? That's when we threw the Apollo, you know? K Slay, me, Spliff Star, and Buster. Think that's enough with the little picture, intro, you know, tonight, before I really get started on this dude, you know, and I'm gonna call you a dude, because that's what you act like, man. Act like a dude, man. Act like a dude, man. Stop playing me, man. That yellow linen, you know what I'm saying? And always got the matching hats. Matter of fact, I'm on some Dipset shit tonight. I'm on some Cameron shit, some Harlem shit. You know what I'm saying? But we definitely gonna get, you know, to the business. You know? Once again, let me get a little bit of light out here. See, I couldn't do what I wanted to do with the light on, because a lot of people wouldn't have seen the picture, you know? They wouldn't have seen the picture. Matter of fact, see this? You see that? That's a rug flag, right? That was made for me, you know, for doing the Apollo for our 50th anniversary, which was over 60 stacks, you know? And matter of fact, let me show you why it's exclusive, Zip. Okay? Because these are people that came out for me. I got Erica Badu one of these rugs, and you know, call Erica if you ever could possibly get around the queen. She got a portrait of herself made out of rug. This is made of rug, you know, special white boys out of Jersey. But what makes this so precious is the signatures on there. You know, Capone, Nori showed up for us that night, Royal Flush, you know what I'm saying? Let me get, where she at, okay? Remy Ma, you know what I'm saying? Remy Ma, 2014, the very first show that she did when she came home from jail was for the Nation of Gods and Earth with our great brother Pat Pooh Chamel, you know? Of course, I got brand Nubians up here. God Divine. My brother right there, Lord Jamal. Of course, he on there. Sadat X. You know, shout out to Roxanne Shante, our queen, you know. Right up there is Sadat X. Right there is my man Tragedy. Royal Flush. I already said that. Peace. Papoose. You know what I'm saying? And then, see, in the middle that makes it so precious, the fuck do that say, man? To Shabu be a law. Man, you want to play games with me, man. I can't understand you. Zip the lip professor. And you see how long I took to even come back to address you, because I'm not trying to make no money up on YouTube. YouTube is based on a bunch of fake, phony shit. You know what I'm saying? You could tell on a nigga one day and the next day, and I ain't got nothing, against that cat Woody, because Woody is an official nutcase. And I know that for a fact. And a whole lot of people know that for a fact. Especially them cats down there in Atlanta. Y'all definitely know that's a fact. Because ain't none of y'all cats trying him. You know what I'm saying? He just wilding. I would go through a lot more time with Zip, the Lit Professor, with that video that he did, Fraud in them Streets. But I'm not going to waste my time with that right now. Okay? I'm going to do my best to take y'all to some of my videos that I did, about 2 years ago. When I first did my thing and like went up in the projects and, so forth and so on, because I knew that it would come a day and time where you would have those individuals, oh, he ain't in none of them pictures, he ain't this and that, Not that I'm trying to be anything, but at the end of the day, I'm on some real shit with you, Zip. My youngins, they would have a fit on you for handling the guard like this, And I like how you show all my lowest view shit, you know what I'm saying? I like how you did that, I like how you did that, Zip. And, you be having a lot of valid points with a lot of things because of how these individuals be coming out they face. Going the streets, 18 part 1. Shit. What is they doing, man? What is they doing? This shit crazy, man. I'm trying to get to this joint because I want to play it on the big screen. You know what I'm saying? On the streets. I don't know why it's giving me so much difficulty. Man. I'm getting ready to use my phone in a minute because I got y'all waiting too long. Going on the streets. I might have to go up on my raggedy ass phone and play it from there. Cause this shit right here is not doing what I wanted to do. Trying to get it right. Alright? Just bear with me, y'all. 1 second. The God got y'all. Alright? This is the joint. Okay, matter of fact, right? Y'all see? I don't know if y'all can see this cause it got, I got the light on right now. But this is, come on, man. Why you tripping, man? Shit tripping, man. Word. Okay? This story right here was done
I'm trying to learn. I'm on this.
over 2 years ago
Sort this out. I need to go
when I
deeper.
first came on
I need
YouTube.
to look like one.
I went into the project because nobody else ever told the story, and I backed up off of it a lot because my OGs,
So look around.
you know what I'm
and
saying?
point to the most
They ain't used
racist
to none
person
of
in
this
about guys.
YouTube jazz. I'm gonna take y'all on a little journey through Cypress. I might have to cut that light on.
Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean, sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with, I said I'm sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean, sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean.
My man Randolph Evans in there. Yeah. My man K Shaw. Free Tut.
I said I'm sipping on that lean. Careful with my
Free
team,
King Tut.
sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean, sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with, I said I'm sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean, sipping on that lean. Careful with my team, sipping on that lean. Careful with the clean.
That's Jesus, Kool-Aid, and who you just had up there. That's all the brothers, Black C. Shabay and them. Yeah, the 2000s, they was still up in my project, so I don't know what they talking about. Yeah, warning, the guard is about ready to tell. Here we go with the official 18 story. And like I said, once again, we decided that we was gonna make our move on the guy up here named Hector. This is the original 2 buildings. Let me pause for a minute. You know, I'm gonna get to this every way. Hector was a Dominican that came and went into these 2 buildings and was blowing up. There was no crack back then. This is around 85, you know what I'm saying? 84 going into 85. I had just came on with my college degree. But once again, like I told y'all, when you mess up and make the wrong choices, then you could get yourself, in the things that you don't want to be. So in my junior year, like an idiot, I was home in the hallway, for Easter break with a 25 automatic in my back pocket. And that's when I caught my first felony. So it didn't matter about getting my college degree afterwards. And that's one of the things that led me into the game, no justification. In which everything took place. Hector was a Dominican that came out here and started selling a bunch of coke. This is Fountain Avenue, right, y'all, here, out this between alley. Belmont and Sutter. Us being from the projects, all our lives, being here, we decided that nobody was just going to come in the hood and get a bunch of money without us being a part of it. The first initial contact with Hector came because two OGs from my project, Unique and named Unique, Peanut, El Rahim, Peanut, and Bishme, and also Bishme from the back, Tut's mentor. They was coming up here constantly robbing his workers. So how we got in was that we told them that we would protect them. And first he gave us security at night, and then eventually we went from security and decided that we needed more time. And that's when he decided to give us from 2 at night until 7 in the morning. Did you hear that, Zip, the lit professor? First we went up there as security to stop the other OGs that was fiends in our neighborhood from robbing them. Because you know how the real dope fiends was. They was different from crackheads. Them niggas would take your shit with a gun, with anything. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we first got in, on the security level. Now, watch the power play. We did that for a little while, and then we decided to take over the whole thing and move it from up here, New Jack City, Fountain Avenue, Dakota, between Belmont and Sutter Avenue, down to the projects, which is where I'm going right now. Where I'm going, Zip. So I can still go back in my hood, Zip. The first official spot that we began to swing coke. Crack wasn't even around at that moment. Yeah. Tell them about it, Shabu. Toward Sutter and Fountain, which is a lot of bad memories and good memories. This is the 14 bus stop. Yeah, that's where Supreme Bay got killed. One of my righteous brothers, true and living God, Supreme Bay Law, was executed. Shot the real 50 in the ass. Back in the 80s. That's nice, you know. I'll tell you about that story later on. Okay? We're crossing the street right now. I'm getting ready to go back to my projects. As you can see. Let me give you a little bit of history. Zip, the lit professor, when you want to talk about how Queensbridge was and how every time you went in the hallway, it was piss in the hallway. No, it wasn't, nigga. It was crackers out there first. It was when the niggas came in and started doing that, and it never went on out building except for Allah bless the ones that returned to the essence. My man, Donald Ford, better known AKA as Limpy, another nice ass motherfucker with his hands. You know, them my OGs. You know what I'm saying? But he was one of them dudes, every time he home from jail, you know he home from jail because it's always piss in the elevator. And I just never understood that shit because you got a house right there, you getting off the elevator, go in your house and take a piss. But yeah, Zip, ain't all buildings was like that. Matter of fact, if we caught you doing that too, you liable to get your head split, you know, on some real shit, man. So every time you go into these think you know everything and all that, man, you need to learn something, man, before you just speak, man. Make sure you apologize to the God, man, the true and living God. Let's continue.
We're right here on the corner of Fountain and Sutter Avenue.
See, that sign is real.
It says, welcome to Cypress Hill Projects. I'm going around the corner. I moved out here in the 60s.
Yeah, those
man
pictures
T
from the
used to
60s,
live
bro.
right there across the street.
Yeah, I ain't gonna tell you them gangsters that grew up in them pictures right there.
Timberland Pro's Whitman work booth features a new ventilated anti-fatigue.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
Big
little
building
out.
right there.
But you see,
A cat named Killaboo used to be in there. They was all apart.
I don't like even playing this right here.
Or the Buccaneer Lords, which would be another story. But
Yeah.
right here,
The Buccaneer
all
Lords
along,
went against the
this strip
sex
right
boys
here,
and the crazy homicide.
which is Fountain Avenue,
Let me show
going
you
into
something,
the
Zip.
projects, we had nothing but a bunch of cars parked out here. Of course, we didn't have the foreigners.
But
It
we
was
got
the
foreigners
mid-80s.
later.
But we had a bunch of Lincolns and Cadillacs and all that
You
stuff.
talking about 84, 85, you know, Run DMC, the OJ's
As you can see
uptown,
right now,
you know?
I'm coming into what we call the main entrance of the 18 Fountain Avenue side. Okay? This
Pickett
entrance
Avenue
is important
235.
because,
Shout out
like I
to all
told
the
you,
cabbies that carry guns
we was
and mad
military.
keys for us.
minded, military trained. So as you can see, the roofs, that's the
Yeah.
roof to 335. That's the roof to 305. Those buildings right there, anybody coming in from this entrance, we got you. Because you better believe we up there.
You see, Zip, the lit professor, once again, if you would have came in there, your little scrawny ass with your little bullshit pistols and all that tough guy shit that you was talking back then, you would have had problems. You couldn't even got to me. My youngins would have ate you alive.
On those rules when it's drama. Also, it used to be a laundromat. We used to cut all the lights out in here too, so that was another thing.
Yeah, go
that
to
was to our
war.
benefit.
Police, anybody, ABG,
Right here,
anybody could get it.
these are the main two buildings right here. 305, 315. Bunch of young guards I taught up in there at that time. K-Shaw, Spring,
K-Shaw be home soon. You see all the pictures I already showed you.
a few
Yeah,
other guards
yeah.
was up in there.
Fraud in them streets, right?
Latif.
I asked all of them about it.
Rest in power.
Latif, rest in peace.
Another great young guard.
Little Pig, all of
that
them
we took
cats
too
from my
early.
pigs.
But anyway, right
They need
here
to be on America's Most
is the
Wanted to be somebody.
main building. Understanding knowledge power, which is 315.
Might know him too,
Goody,
G.
goody, goody. I got my girl again. I lost all my footage the other day, and I was so pissed that I lost all my
Yeah, because
footage.
you would have heard
The other
the
day,
old ladies
but
telling
Allah
you how
has
we
blessed
protected the community.
to see my homegirl again, and I had her because I wanted y'all to see that she's been growing her nails for over 18 years now, and you know, I wanted to make sure that not only is she one of my homegirls and everything, but to let y'all see.
Don't be
these beautiful
disrespectful,
nails that she
Zip,
got right here.
for them
Introduce yourself,
animals that have to
sweetie.
come after you.
Okay, that's right. Nah, I'm just bullshit.
315, the mighty 315, 18 building. She came in a little bit after I was gone, but once I mentioned my name, she said, I heard of you, Sha.
Motherfucking right.
And this is a long will, because like I said, I taped her the other day. I had it all there, and I went to Cook's funeral, and Mary took a picture, and I lost all.
Shout out to my man Cook. Rest in peace. Those is all the individuals. Him, One-Armed Monk, my man little brother from 1191, Park Place where my cousin and them built. All them dudes used to be up at the scale. Like that movie Gary Chandler made, you know what I'm saying? Showing the Diamond District. That was all the brothers up there. Cook used to speak 4 different languages. That's when we used to rob niggas back in the 70s for the high school rings. You know what I'm saying? Even though they was 10 carat, we take them up there. You know, if you a nobody, cooking them gonna rob you. If you official, they gonna take 40 and give you 60. You know, that's when gold was $12.50 a pennyweight. Clown ass nigga.
So I highly appreciate you once again giving me this interview. Get a little bit up close so y'all can see him live. And she don't do this for free, y'all. She's doing this because she's my homegirl. Lovely. I appreciate you, Black Queen, to the fullest. All right? Okay, y'all, I'm going to take y'all into our first headquarters in 315.
Now find somebody to say I'm a fraud, a snitch, any of that, a mook, anything. I don't know about you. Inviting people to your private part.
And Mr. Tenpenny. And we made sure nothing ever happened to them.
Salute to the Tenpennies if they still alive. And their daughter Dream.
But as she got older, a lot more of her original features started to come out.
She used to look like a pure white lady when we was young.
To the first day. What's good, y'all? What's good? All right. This right here is our first headquarters.
Mr. Charlie.
Mr. Charlie.
I think he gone. Rest in peace. Mr. Charlie.
Used to operate out of here. Of course, I'm not going to give y'all everything. All right?
See how the projects look like the penitentiary? See those walls?
Knowledge used to live back
Yeah,
here.
both knowledges in there.
It was full. Our Reef's house, all the guards, everybody came from everywhere. You know what I'm saying?
There go Raheem. There go Raheem. Zip the lip professor.
Everybody. All right. I'm gonna take y'all
real gangster guard. Ones that showed me. You know how many bodies right here now. Yeah, you see? I'm up in the P's for real. With the motorbikes and everything. Fraud in the street. Dude, it's crazy.
See, it's always foundation to everything you do. Right here was where the decision was made. Me, Goldie, 163/Waco.
Yeah, because I don't say people's real names. You know?
Iggy. We decided
they old men,
foundation,
but dangerous old men.
So the reason why
keep that in mind.
The 18 was formed.
Zip the lip professor.
We formed it based upon that we was tired of other individuals coming into our community and getting rich and never giving nothing back to the community. Of course, there's no justification for the destruction, the violence, and everything else that took place during that drug era. But we did have a foundation.
Right.
And we was doing it because we was going to get the money and buy back our community.
You hear that?
The stores,
Zip
the
the lip professor.
Chinese restaurants, you know, nowadays smoke shops with other individuals or other nationalities.
Yeah,
that
the
came in.
Yemens, the Indians, everybody getting rich in our hoods but us.
Like us.
Y'all niggas
but,
gangbangers. Really?
Mixed, migrated into our communities and took advantage of properties and getting commercial stores and everything else. So we decided that we wasn't going to allow that to go on no more with this new, way of making income not attached to the Italians or anybody else.
Pause. You see, that's my man, Dwayne, and a white boy.
$1.99 a month for 3
You
months
know?
of Disney Plus.
When I first got to the project,
Get the hottest shows.
Want to stop hair loss in its tracks? Through
You know?
Hims.com, you can explore a range of options that work
I gotta
best
go
for
through
you,
all of
so
this
you can grow
nonsense. But
visibly
yeah,
thicker and
I
fuller
just
hair.
wanted to show
Get back
y'all
your robust head of hair in just 3 to 6 months with doctor-trusted ingredients like finesse.
We were supposed to make that money and buy back the community, buy back the grocery store, buy back the Chinese restaurant, buy back the cleaners. But unfortunately, like on everything else, we got what you call individualism. And once that set it
we
in,
like crabs in a barrel.
then
We always
the
try.
gold
You
chains,
see, yeah.
the luxury
Zip, I was crazy
cars,
heavy in that
and of
right
course,
there. Yeah.
women always gonna bring a lot of problems.
See that? Talking
I
about.
pointed back to this grass. I remember one time they threw a lady off the roof butt naked.
Yeah,
and she
that was
laid in
crazy.
the grass for hours butt naked until we went and got, a cover to cover her up. Right here on this bench is where I did a lot of my building.
Yeah, you see all the
A
young
lot
girls
of
around me.
mathematical builds. And what's so ironic about right here, this is the only place that when the father, Allah,
Lord bless the dead, my
came
man, young Allah in
here
the
to
middle.
Cypress Hill
Shaw Law,
back in the early 60s,
Unique Auto
that this is
Mecca,
the
and all of them, they know
that
him.
he said.
He's still down in Baltimore getting
But
it
right
with
now,
the clothes.
I'm walking toward my building, these 2 buildings over here. See, these 4 buildings are so important because from when I was a little dude, this always was a special place in the project. And the reason why I say that is because my OG
Franklin K.
always
Lane,
raised us
1980.
not to rob, hurt, or maim anybody that was in our community. So you couldn't just come over here and rob ladies, snatch pocketbooks, or do anything like that. Because if you did, you had a serious beef.
Yeah, Zip, we would have
Okay,
gave you
that's
the business if you would have stuck
35.
somebody back then
Fountain Avenue.
over our way.
Once again, another fortress taking you up because we can see
the roof,
not just
the
this
basement,
side, but we can see
all
from
that,
the other side.
and all the lights
So like I
is out.
said, anybody that we had any conflicts of
Military
interest with,
train.
we was always able to strategically, place ourselves in a position where it would be awfully hard for you to get in to be able to do anything. Okay, right up there was my apartment for over 28 years.
Yeah, from
I lived in
68
Guard Law apartment.
to, what's
78.
that,
Matter of
95?
fact, when I moved out,
Something like
cousin
that when my
moved
mom's
in.
moved out,
But once
95,
again,
96, from
when you see
1968,
anything coming from the park,
28 years,
anything
boy.
coming from the middle of the project, and definitely anybody that's trying to approach us from the Blake Avenue side. Because like I said,
Yeah, that's the
when
top
there
of
was
my
any
roof,
type
my
of drama,
junior high school,
we was always
218.
up on the roofs, fully prepared for it, fully prepared.
That's how the
of
Buccaneer
any
Lords beat the
that
sex
could come
boys
in
back in the day.
at all times. This is 345 Fountain Avenue.
My building.
Came in here in 1976. Peace, young brothers.
Yeah, that's
all
pictures
right.
of me
all
and my
right.
old earth.
You know,
Lord bless the day.
we'll take you in here, take y'all upstairs for just a minute. Back in the days when I would come in here,
I got the hammer out already.
You know,
Fetch, all that.
my hand and ready.
Shit. So as you see,
I'm a fraud.
this is long hallway. They have the back entrance, so if anybody came over the roof, you know, they could be laying for you.
Yeah,
As soon as
Zip, I
you
was
jump
ready
in
for
the
all that
elevator,
shit, Zip.
they'll jump out of here, which is the back exit, B. So you always had to be prepared at all times. As you can see, once again, you see all
Study
slabs,
costs, education,
the
study
concrete.
costs.
This is why it's not that hard. Then once we get encapsulated,
Reef, rest
to
in
adjust,
peace. Law,
because they built
born in law, Law B,
already like
my big
miniature
brother.
prison houses. You know, just think about it. You got about almost the same amount of room. Before we had a door, going upstairs to the 7th floor. We used to ride on the elevator. Matter of fact, my man that I talked about, Jimmy Harris, Gangsta
It.
Hit.
See that? The leathers,
He fell
the
down
joint.
on the elevator.
My man
shaft
T,
back in the day,
Abijad. T was from Pink House.
riding the elevator.
We all rock together once we get out the
But like I
project.
said, I wanted to take y'all. We used to play four corners in here. This is where we first learned how to fight and box, protect yourself. When we get in the elevator and we scream corners, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to get it on.
Ain't no Muslims was chasing me back across the boulevard, Zip.
They was getting tore
I
up.
punked anywhere I wanted to.
This used to be the door. Okay. This is my infamous apartment for 28 years. And then my cousin moved inside.
I wish y'all would have tried a home invasion on the project store.
Talks about my
Left many
cousin
niggas
Butchie,
out there.
that unfortunately, they said it was an
Legendary.
accident in the same building that we hustled out at 315. And he died of a bullet, an accidental bullet to the head. At least that's what was said. At 7B, people missing Sally White. They was there when I got there. They lived there for years. And then they moved out. And a cat named T moved over there with his family. And it's either T or his wife that was related to Mark Jackson. Yes, Mark Jackson used to come here in the Cypress Hill.
That's right.
I seen him. He know
Mark know I ain't lying.
Played for St. John's. He had the white basketball jacket on with the red work. Okay. The Caucasians living here that lady Miss May moved in, and her husband Angelo was white Italian. He used to still work for TSS. He used to always bring me home a bunch of toys, you know, that he liberated from TSS. My man Junie and Kiki, you know, they family lived there. Miss Johnson.
That's when you knew everybody in the project.
After my man
We was all one big family back then.
They moved out in the early 70s. Then my OG.
Yeah, peace to Nubia.
Down there
Peace to
for
Black
Ken's
Original.
brother, and sister Priscilla, and then little brother Fonzie.
CNI.
At
James
the
Ford.
same time, they formed the Buccaneer Lords because we was a little bit younger. We formed the Sons of Dan.
Behind the supermarket. Dan Supreme. That used to be Warbound.
Supermarket across the street. First it was called Warbound when we moved
I
out here.
am Cypress Hill
And
history.
then it changed to Dan Supreme. So I'm walking y'all through, you know, like I said, the brief history of how the infamous 18 allegedly accused of shooting Tupac at Quad Studio Free Tut, man. They letting everybody else come on. Walter King Tut Johnson. Free King Tut. He ain't got no bodies. He should have been on.
The snitch on Puffy.
Yeah.
Puffy
See what Puffy going through right now.
Tupac getting murdered or shot that night. Not murdered.
21 gun salute.
We just talk about
Machiavelli.
Shots at Quad.
That's when he put us on the map. Them fools from New York called the A-Team. Dude, Zip wanna play games. Zip the lip professor. Talking about I'm fraud in the street. Give me my apologies, Zip. Or you try and curse me out like a dog and show how uncivilized you are.
Make this part.
Too intelligent to be a savage.
Take AARP
All right.
reskilling courses today. Do what you love tomorrow. Help make sure your income lives as long as you do. Join AARP and gain instant access.
People everywhere are recommending GoodRx.
My neighbor showed me the app.
Okay, so as y'all can see, I took y'all through a little, introduction to my life, and how Cypress Hill Projects was back in that time. No fake individual. Let me see something. Nah, I don't want that one. I thought I could show you one of my pictures, you know what I'm saying? From when I was, came home, cock diesel. This clown ass nigga Zip. Talk all this shit, man. It's crazy. It don't make no sense, man. I ain't never been disrespected like how the way you talk, Zip. But see, once again, this is the internet. You could get away with inviting individuals to your divine IC kingdom on some real shit, though, Zip. You know that prison is the most respectable place on the planet because individuals know if they get out of line, that their whole head can be taken off. And I know for a fact that while you was incarcerated, my brother, that you definitely was not walking around telling individuals, once again, to savor you, see King, your divine IC kingdom. Where'd that come from? I know it sounds slick and it sounds totally disrespectful. And believe me, I got a filthy, filthy mouth. I love to get it on like that. But guess what? I ain't just about that talk, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm like with Nike. Let's just do it. But out of all this madness, Zip, you still a funny dude, man. And we ain't gotta be friends or none of that kumbaya shit. All I'm saying, man, just sometimes some individuals deserve some type of respect. And I'm one of those individuals that deserve that respect. I want to cut that light back on, but I got one more to go. My man Dio. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the projects. I'm running into my man Dio, Panda. See, I got plenty of youngins still out there, Zip. I don't even want to show you what cats was putting in my chat. Like, yo, the East, we out here shy, boom, boom, boom. And I'm not saying this with no violence or none of that. That's, intended. But, when you got that real love, because you took care of individuals, that you was real, you never did none of that foul shit. And when they was out places and other goons tried to make moves or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I get involved with that. Either like, yo, that's my little homies, or, yo, son, y'all got a problem? Come around the corner, I got them things for y'all. Y'all know I'll never leave home without. Pop the trunk, and it's on, man. It's on. Military trained. That's why we wasn't out taking all them clown pictures and doing all that dumb shit with individuals when they get knocked by the feds and in less than, you know what I'm saying, X amount of time, you know? And I seen these individuals grow up in action. But guess what? Pressure bust pipe. You know? So, I'm gonna give you some more official shit. You know what I'm saying? From not fraud in the streets, but God in the streets. My man Dio, you know, he did David Chappelle, the Dunk Dunk. He got movies on YouTube. And they was there to protect the community. You know? When cops used to just kill people. What that shit is called? Matter of fact, where me and Dio, that joint called Heat. Classified as, you know, they did it over there in Pink House. Project Heat. Yeah, my man Dio got a main line in there. Panda, check the community, check it, you know, Dr. Tony, check the track. You know what I'm saying? Spanish brother called Elliot. This one, that one. Back in the days. He's a clown. He got killed before in the back. One of my best friends. Yeah, Randolph Evans was riding. It was either Thanksgiving. He right there in the blue. Thanksgiving. Cops killed him. He was shot Thanksgiving night. In the hall. Ride on 75th Randolph Evans, Divine. This 365. You got Head from there. You got Little Rick. You got a whole bunch of individuals. Yeah, Rick Martin, another one. Law Understanding Wisdom. Everybody in my project been in there for bodies, in the can for bodies. Head's from 395, okay. I always thought Hay was from that building. I should have known better too. Yeah, they might have all been up north sniffing dope, doing all type of crazy shit, but they put in work. Evelyn shout out Evelyn and Vic, right? One of my OGs, her husband. Yeah, and then they moved the official Chico Judgment. But anyway, we in front holding it down the pen long before you knew where a pen was. Right here, me and Dio had Zip, the Lip Professor. A crazy interview yesterday, and unfortunately, I kind of dumbed out because I forgot to save everything. But we went up there to our man Cook's funeral, and for those of y'all that don't know Cook, you know, forever rest in power. You know, that's my brother. When I met him, he was one of the only black individuals that was born and raised up here with us that could speak Spanish fluently, write it, and he knew more than just Spanish. He might know about four. Matter of fact, because he worked up at the Diamond District, he was already fluent in Spanish, and then he turned around and he learned Russian and everything. So we used to go up there back in the days, you know, in the high school rings. Yeah, you know, Dwayne and the white boy, yeah, my front of my building. Pennyweight. I have no idea what we went through in the hood. Up there like him, one-armed Monk from Albany Projects, black. Shout out, Monk. I'm saying, another brother born, and those are the individuals that played, you know, the intermediary. And they would go to the jewelers, you know, and they get you the best possible price, and then they peel you off. You know, if you was live, they didn't beat you. Especially the guards or the younger brothers, you know what I'm saying? They looked out for us. But if you was just a, you know, cat coming up there and you ain't got no connections, You know, it ain't gonna be 60-40. It's gonna be more like 70-30. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? We gonna get this part of God's in them streets popping. And like I said, once again, we got my infamous man right here. You know, my little brother, you know, from another mother, Dio, Panda, you know, and other, you know, names that he might have been known by in other places. All right, so I want to tell y'all too, I think it was 89, we were just talking about it the other day. You seen Drac and all them up there. I was on my way going up north.
God, Tony, Drac
was just coming
and
in.
Ty.
And he was in the newspaper for outrunning the D's. Not just in the newspaper, but on the front page
with
right?
no shirt on.
And he going in between
another
cars.
Infamous cat.
D's in the paper chasing them from everywhere.
So many of
and he
us.
ain't got no shirt on. So he just told me yesterday, he was like, yeah, Shy, you know, I got up in there, did my thing, and when I came out, they was chasing me, so I took $250,000 and threw it up in the air.
Yeah, that's the money my little youngins was getting back then.
And, you know, he almost got away. But anyway, I just thought I would run that one by you, and I'm letting my brother begin to speak for himself. You know, my first question is, always all the time, is how long you been out here in this area and in this project, Cypress Hill?
Since like 1975, my family's been out here since like 1962 or whatever. Grew up native, East New York, Bed-Stuy. Initially, when we was here,
see them old pictures?
My mom to be on this side.
Zip, the lip professor. Possible to be fraud in them streets.
Coming back, then being here ever since, and being around the environment of growth, learning how to be a man, following, you know, the elders around.
I put you in the L-zip, take all that jewelry off
you. Might have thought it was good, but it still turned out for the better anyway, because most of us came through it in the positive manner, you know what I'm saying? And we got to learn the abilities to be men, to fight.
Niggas turned into little animals out there. Everywhere we went, we turned up.
So, you know, we didn't get stuck in one dimension, you know, and that's what coming up in the project teach you. And you can always make a difference, you know, in your life, because there's a lot of stars that came from out of here. Harold Perrineau, Tim Wayne, good people, man, like successful people. That
yeah, my man, I showed you with that DeLorean back then.
It shows you the direction. It just showed that back here, from the time when we were young, so much violence has been going on.
Timothy Patterson, not cutting you off, he became inspector. He was inspector of the whole Kings County.
Yeah, he killed the dude at Western B for Linden Boulevard.
Right.
Y'all know about that as a security guard.
Here could show you a lot of things, but like I say, brothers like Shabu, other brothers like Ali, other brothers like Big Web, Drag, my man, out left the dead, Hollywood and Pig. This is a lot of brothers that, you know, they was a generation above us.
You hear that? Zip the lip professor.
Me understanding what it is to develop and grow. We had to learn here. We didn't have a chance. You know, our mothers was taking care of us, single parents, father, you know, he was here for a minute and they got divorced or whatever the case may be, and they separated. So, you know, to be independent or, you know, single black mother being raised here in society with dealing with what's going on in this environment with the police brutality. We can't just blame them, we blame ourselves too. We blame society itself from a Willie Lynch slave mentality. And some people are really messed up behind that with that mental health. They can't come back from it. That's
got post-traumatic stress, Zip. Like I was in Afghanistan or Vietnam growing up.
No matter how things look, and it reaches a level of young individuals who's not willing to learn because they don't have one. So when you take away jobs and situations like that, how can you grow? You know, most things to keep me focused on how we come out of it with the guidance on the bigger brothers like Shah, Shabay, and Good Brothers, you know, and they showed you what it was.
Pandas and devout Muslim.
You know what I'm saying?
So you would say more or less like I say, you know, by us not having fathers, you know, and being in the community, when we come out, the individuals that we learn our manhood from,
our fathers, the streets,
right?
The streets.
You know, and it was always.
My OGs is like my father's big brother, and I was the same to them.
You know what I'm saying? Is that it's some type of structure and respect. You know, because even when we was doing our things, a lot of people, you know, they say, oh, you know, y'all became this, y'all became that, and y'all talked it, you know, righteousness, but in the same token, you did other than that. But we didn't look at it like that. Like I was talking to you the other day, and I was telling you about DC and me, Rick, and Tut, and, you know, just like the way they passed it on. You know, they talk about them like that, but you know, a lot of them, they come from the same structure. We wasn't taught to do shit to our own people. You know, not that it made it right, but after, you know, you've been psychologically enslaved for 400 years, and I know like me as a young man growing up, you know, everything that was taught to me that was good, you know, that identified with, you know, a white man, you know, George Washington going into the church, you know, seeing a blonde-haired, blue-eyed, you know, person on the wall. So, of course, you know, the street education, and along with the street education came, you know, the knowledge of self. So once we got the knowledge and we learned how we was getting raped, murdered, tortured, you know what I'm saying? And we going through the same thing nowadays. That's why we here to speak on it, because, you know, we want your young brothers and sisters to understand that you got, you know, choices in life. I didn't mean to cut you deep. Go ahead.
No, it's part of the whole combo, because when you look at the justification and people coming from far away and they taking the land from the people again to raise, you know, these big buildings to put these farm people in here and then not give jobs to the community or to the youth or educating them to be able to afford these situations and push them out.
Can I ask you one question?
Yeah.
Growing up in here, right? Like every time I walk, like now when I come back and I walk going inside the buildings or whatever, right? And I see the structure, you know, all the concrete and everything, you know, and how when we come in here, when we walk around, we can show y'all how they got the big lights.
Yeah.
They come on at night.
Yeah.
All so this is on my platform, like, God in them streets. Make sure y'all get my subscribers up. If y'all want me to do more,
because we already comfortable
get them up.
With living, you know, in small
hit the like button.
And everything. So
they force you to do crime in the sense of not having a job, which is a choice. It's not like they actually force you, but they force you mentally because of the mindset. The mindset is that you get up to go to work, and you go here. It's time when Peter, he started giving flies out at a young age to give us like $10, $20 a day for the job. And then when you get older, you wind up working for the company, and then they get tired of paying you a certain amount, not what you work, what they feel you deserve. Nobody can just tell me what I deserve if God gave me life. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
But being inspired by the things that I learned and to become in a mental mindset to be a man, just like me, you know, making my own brand and going out there, getting on these shows and inspiring other youths to go ahead and do the same thing I do, you know, or do something that you can do that'll benefit you down the line. But we still got our own peers that'll undermine you and try to talk to you a certain way and play, but don't know what type of background you come from. Like
that's you, Zip.
I've been under the umbrella. I come from that umbrella, so I can understand and articulate
one
on
play
both
with
sides.
That's why I'm getting ready to ask you a question. So you know, because you being humble as you know with your gangsters and which we do. So we was talking the other night, you know, and I just was thinking about in Project Heat when you did that particular episodes, the ones where they had you incarcerated, and you was, you this is why I'm bringing it up. To
Yeah,
let
that
the
was
people
real
know
shit. Go
that
check
wasn't
that out,
just no
Zip.
all acting. That my man done been there. You know, tell him something about like the, you know.
Now when you come through that P now, you better be ready because all guns checking at the door. And you gotta make sure that you position yourself and stand on your ground. You just gotta be who you are and stay out the way because you got people who actually went to jail and never had a fight because how they carry themselves. You got people who want to be other than what they are. So these are things that you come directly head on with, like a car accident. Boom, you project that image. You can see when a person, you can see their soul because the connection will tell you if this person is like who he say he is. And most of the time, a lot of dudes in front of the camera perform in these situations. You have dudes talking about jail. And
All right, my people. What's good, baby? Black them been there forever, for life. You know?
Talking about jail all day. What's up, my brother? How you doing?
Nah, from the morsel.
Uncle.
You know what I'm saying? You know?
See that? Zip the lip professor. Fraud in them streets is the real God in them streets.
Down there in the borough.
Matter of fact, be careful, man. Go around Cypress, Pink Houses, and Platinum. I'm just playing with you, Zip. You good.
You know it, man. Stay straight, man. Give him my blessings, man. I hear you, my brother.
Like I said, you know, some people project that image. Like you got people talking about, oh, they was the livest and they did things. Man, the livest dudes that came out is like William Bostick, Shaquille. That was the real dangerous in the system. Obama and other brothers who really like you had to know them and know what you were around.
T-45 from over there.
Yeah, and you know, certain people, but I never paid that, like, that's not nothing I wanted to glorify, but that was where we came from. So when we come from a different aspect of life, you look at certain things. I don't knock what nobody
And you
says.
could talk shit, Zip, but Shy had 4 bodies in there. Leader of the Black Assassin, extorted plenty of y'all so-called big-time drug dealers.
And it's just been a worse situation for me that's not making no better, and I'm not helping my people, and I'm still keeping my foot on their neck like they doing us now. So it doesn't make no sense for us to keep repeating the same cycle. It's about growth, independency, understanding, you know, self-preservation, you know, prosper. And a lot of people don't want that. And if you don't want that, you're going to fall behind. And, you know, we can reach for you, but if you're not reaching back, it makes no sense. So I'm glad that I grew up in the project. I'm glad that I was, you know, still on still, sharper than still. You feel me? So, you know, to get to where I came and coming across doing the Dave Chappelle, the Chris Rock, and the Grammy recognition, all that stuff, and the certificates, and all these other shows, and being independent and growing and learning. It's this that counts. When I come here and sit here, it reminds me of where I don't want it to be the same in my life or in my future. So yeah, I'm glad that I've learned things and had to come by to smell a pissy elevator. Elevator was broke and helping my mom's up the steps.
Yeah, that is real though. Pissy elevator shit. I just was clowning with that. But serious, you get your neck broke
like
for
you
that.
said, in jail, it's experience. Either you're gonna get cut, knocked out, or it's just you're gonna fall in line. So it's your choice to stand up and be a man all the way around, not just physically, but mentally.
Right.
If you ain't got no guidance and you ain't had knowledge yourself, you was misguided. So you was all off balance. So I stayed focused to keep pushing and maintaining and keeping my mind right.
Right.
That's the biggest thing that we need to do in life to understand where we're going in our life.
Right. And like we know always in life, you know what I'm saying, they not never afraid of the individuals out here that'll pick up a gun and pull a gun, you know, and shoot somebody. They afraid of the individuals that got the power to make those individuals do that. You know, because if you can make other individuals do things, you know, that's
why they grab Young Thug.
You know, and sometimes
y'all young brothers take your millions and use them for positive things instead of running gangs terrorizing your own community.
Absolute power corrupts, absolutely. You know, so it depends on what individuals want to put out there or what they want to teach. So at the end of the day, even though, you know, we talk about the G code and everything else, we coming back to let y'all know, you know, while you young, make the right choices. You know what I'm saying? Don't let peer pressure, don't let the hood swallow you up. Because just like he said, you know, you got a lot of individuals, and I done seen it before. They in the street, you know what I'm saying? They bust their gun, they do this, they do all that. And then when they go behind the wall and they ain't got no gun, you know what I'm saying? They a whole different type of individual because they not built like that. And what we mean by being built like that, just like my OGs always taught me.
This video was 2 years ago.
To go out for yourself first before
Me and the great Shabbat got to say
anything for you. And I ain't have no sisters and brothers, and it's the same way with him. If any beef or anything is going on and we come walking up, you know what I'm saying? That's our little man. That's our little brother. You know, and that's what we got to get back to more in the community. And a lot of individuals got to stop being afraid. You know what I'm saying? I can still come through here, whether I'm hit with him or without him, just like he could come through here. And I like to come through here and see them because it's still an attachment. Because some individuals may not know me. Like yesterday, right? I was in the back with them youngins, you know, and they ain't know me like that. But then we ended up at Cook Joint, and everybody that was there, that was somebody, because we all come
from the same cloth.
Exactly.
Yeah. 2 ball and wide. Gusta, Andre, no. Charlie, no. Yeah. Fish you say.
And when you see that, when you got people you grew up with trying to undermine you in Kanabi for $1, it hurts, so it just makes you stronger. You don't have to react in a physical format. You just play your part and get money and get it better because you show them that, look, I was aware of what you did. It don't make no sense for me to hurt you. Not hurting you, you can't take nothing from you. You did that, that's cool. That's the new me. Back in the day.
That wouldn't have been you. We really know that, Dio, for a fact.
So, all that, you know, you hear that. I come from a real cloth. Shout out to my cousin, Big Ramsey, Shaquell, you know what I'm saying, Hellraiser. Family, like, it's like our grandmothers had to deal with this. You know what was gangster? This gang ain't nothing about nothing now. When you had to live here in 1952 when it was first built, and white people and black people had to fight each other because blacks couldn't come outside and sit on the bench, and they used to be throwing stuff from the window, and they used to wait for them to come downstairs and they'd be rumbling. That's what our people had to go through coming here.
Not cutting you off, like when I had you talking yesterday to OG, my OG Malik, you know what I'm saying? And we were talking about how you used to deal with Prince Marky D's mother and everything. And then I asked him, you know, because we got our famous, you know, brother that's from out here, like I said, that put the battery in my pack. You know, another one, rest in power, my big brother, Minister Allah. You know,
they go Raheem in them
they
again.
Called him Ski Head. They had a legend out here that he went up there to Crescent Street and chopped the pizza man's head off and ran through the project. So they called him Ski Head. But, you know, getting back to, they was the original imperial lords out here. Like I stated to y'all before, West Coast, East Coast, wherever you be, where these developments was, where black people was moving in. This project was built in 1954, you know, and I'm going to show y'all pictures where they had, you know, when I first moved in here, some people that were Caucasian was our friend. You know what I'm saying? So when I first got around here and everything else, we couldn't even go past the park. We couldn't go on Pine Street. You know what I'm saying? Like I told them in the other joint, White Boy Petey ended up being a capo in the Gambino family and Gotti and them family. But
she write graffiti with White Boy
gang
Vinny.
That was from, you know,
3 Yard Boys.
When I
and I'm a fraud in the
street.
street.
Black Messiahs and all them, they was formed because of the Caucasian gangs. When we went to 214, back then, I was telling another brother, you know, it was some Spanish dudes in my building, Papo, Cisco, you probably know Little Dave more. right? And right,
I was younger.
Right, and Papo had his eyes hanging out the window,
Right.
you know, and over there on Autumn Street, which is in between Cypress and Linden Plaza right now, you know, going straight down Sutter Avenue, we would come home on the school bus, and the white boys would stop the school bus.
Yeah.
And back then they had zip guns.
Yeah.
You know, I come from the gangs with the zip guns, 218, where, you know, taking the antenna off the car and taking a bunch of rubber bands with wood, you know, to make a 22. So they would stop the bus, and I would tell the young, you know, cats where we was in the 4th, 5th grade, we know the program by now, get your eye in the bus, you know? And Papo kept sticking his eye out, and they pulled the belt buckle off and hit him in his eye, you know? And he had a ring around his eye like Petey from the Little Rascals, you know?
I had him too, my man W. Bush. And Larry, his brother Larry, he still, I think he passed away, or remember, he went to jail for a long time. He used to live on this building.
Right.
And he, Karate Lab. I used to do karate cab and all of them.
Right.
I used to work out in the center.
Right.
That's when Big Bro had knocked it, broke somebody's jaw at the time.
Right. We seen his brother Levi yesterday.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
And the stories that went on from there was a learning process. That's why I said the projects teach you a lot of things that outside, not taking up from the suburban areas that the parents cut the cloth to make better for their kids, that you couldn't learn in here. That certain things that made you a better person by learning and growing and made you change your life. That's a great importance. So I'm grateful for the things I have. I never thought I would be on TV or doing the things I did. It's coming from here that made me see a different light. And God bring that light to me to understand what it is to be someone in life rather than just a statistic to life. You understand? And that's the blessing and the beauty, and having a brother such as Shah and other brothers that paved the way for us. And the generations that came before them, they paved the way for us to walk around.
Yeah, that Zip the Lip Professor.
King and Malcolm X and all of that put their lives on the line to just have nationwide, worldwide freedom for the people. Well, a lot of people don't think that and don't know that because they're less educated or don't want to get educated.
Intellectual hooligan. Right. And a lot of people don't know. Like I said, when I moved out here back then, they had all different type of programs in the center. Your mother could send you to, you know, the community center for the camp in the summertime, $50 and $75. We had the BAL, we went away, you know, the sleepaway camp where you got a chance to learn a lot of things, after school center and all these things. And what I have to say to that is that when you take those things away, like we always say, an idle mind is a playground for the devil, you know? So when you take those things away and people confuse, you know what I'm saying, a ghetto with a poverty-stricken area. Because when I first moved out, there was plenty businesses and everything out here because, you know, the majority of the people out here were still Caucasian. So therefore, when you got the businesses pay higher commercial tax. Right. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, that forces law enforcement to be more within the community because they got to protect the merchants. But once we ran them out of here, you know, Brownsville getting burnt down by the Tomahawks and Jolly Stompers, you know, our brother Art Ball came back and built it up.
Education, Sonny Cost.
Right, when they burnt them down, you know what I'm saying, and ran them up out of here, and there was no more commercial businesses in the neighborhood, then they became poverty-stricken areas. So when we're in poverty-stricken areas, you know, we just got to keep it 100. Who becomes your role model? The cats that's out here getting bread. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Dudes pay rents for dudes. And you go back to the Black Panthers, they the ones who created the welfare system, and the welfare system came and stole it from them and benefit behind it.
Yeah.
So when you look at things like that, it's just great to know that, see, when they burn the place down, it's only a deception. So that way the justification can be justified to take from you to move in and rebuild. They want to rebuild when it was going through poverty-stricken. because they could care less about the people there. So the people now got to do it, respect for themselves to build. That's where the stars come in. So that's how you can relate to roles. So like when you go to a casting and you do an audition, they're like, well, I want you to play this role. They don't know that you actually came from that experience to play that role. So sometimes they'll be like, oh, we're not looking for that. Then later on, see you on other shows and say, yo, you know what? We had that guy before. Can we get in contact with him now? And God probably put you in a better position. Then they can't even contact you because you took it for granted what was before you because you don't have that experience to know. So, you know, I'm grateful, like, once again, with Keith Watkins, with No Kids Left Behind, you know, all the programs now that he have going on for the youth. He's a dean in the school. He came from here too. So that's a lot of
DJ Keith Watkins, and like I said before, they don't give well, right here in the middle, you had Randy Hudson Sonny. You know, they were the first ones with the light system. That's and you said when we had Black Family Day up in the bleachers, them and
Bobby Brown came out here, the performances and all that.
Right, and
Keith Watkins is the first one who started that Def Jam before it even became Def Jam. As far as that when they made the concert, remember they used to DJ in the park.
Right.
They had people come from all over.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
I used to get my behind one because we used to sneak out at night and go right there and watch out be jamming, and this whole project be flooded. People coming from all over. So that was the first Def Jam I ever experienced in my life. Before Def Jams and all the stuff that they having out in Long Island and the summer jams and all that, used to be in the hood. That's where they got the idea from. And they took it and ran. It's because at that time it was free. Right. I remember my mom was like, yo, what you doing outside? Come with a belt, whip your behind, get upstairs. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
they
had to get that. My point is saying that they had to see that to get that experience to take from somebody to then benefit off of it. Where the people who really created should be beneficial. And it's not. Like, you know what I mean? So that's up to us to be educating ourselves and doing the right thing. That's why my logo is Armed Militant, Arm Your Mind. The logo is the brand is the logo. So it's about arming your minds, militarizing your lives, getting the education to be independent, to structure, not to be lazy, to be on time, to be diligent. So you militarizing that with that format. And the masses, when you see the logo, is the pain that we went through as a people that we cover. The red over the eyes is the blood of the ancestry that killed on the land. The graves are those that remain in the grave and those that are still here. You understand? So it's to arm your life, make it better, militarize it, move in order, be on point, don't procrastinate, be independent. So this is why we have opportunities, all these opportunities with people like, you know, people who do the stocks, the real estate, and you can be your own business owner, you know, take advantage of those situations. The time that you put in through the COVID, you should have been still working. No matter what, even if it's working for yourself, that's the best time you're supposed to work for yourself and make better, because you know what it is. They want to take from you and keep taking from you because they want to be no wealthy people without poor people. So people don't realize that. So how you can look at me coming from where I'm at, and then you're looking at people like you better than them? No, because if those people go to the hospital, no people watch television, nobody do nothing, what money would they make? They're definitely broke, so they'd be on the same level as you. So now what you got to do is make sure you put your perspective in order and build your business, build your courage, get not be discouraged. Don't let nobody tell you you can't do it. Read it for yourself. And I like the inspiration from certain brothers, you know what I'm saying? Dang, you giving it up. There's a lot of brothers that give it up, you know, but we got to maintain it. Those are things that you want to follow. So coming from the hood, Ho said it best. And that was the experience. He know that. Used to throw the work in the can and run when the blue van used to come. Ain't never. That's
that real shit that Jay-Z was talking about. Zip, the lip professor.
He just tell you how it went down generally on all hoods when the blue van used to come. Yeah. That was with the oppressors. So we had to do what we had to do. So I'm not mad at nobody for allowing us the opportunity, as far as the brothers who played our fathers and big brothers who took care of the community and taught us how to fight, taught us how to be men, how to not let nobody play you or take advantage of you. That's how I wound up getting on Dave Chappelle, through that same system, because I followed and allowed myself to be put in a position where it was passed on. So I had to know how to relate to oneself, to relate to others. If you don't relate with how to build with yourself, you can't build with nobody.
Okay, well, we're going to get ready to wrap it up, Dio. I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying, like always, and that's what this is about. You know, we trying to come and give something back, just as well as, you know, we took away when we did the things that we did young, growing up as youth, you know, being impressed by the things that are in our environment. Right. So we become products of that environment, right. You know, and we not saying that there's no excuse, but we know that there's many different things that have contribute to that environment. And a lot of us, you know what I'm saying, is not even given a chance before we can even go wrong. Because if you born, you know, just like, you know, that same era, you know, in which the individuals that was born out of that, you know, that crack era, if their mother didn't have no conditional love for them, then, you know, it's impossible for them to love anybody else. So this is why we was, you know, they was able to do that.
Don't talk about nobody. Don't get caught up in the hype. Don't allow to be misled. Don't entertain none of that, because that's taking you off of your focus. Because if somebody's doing something that has nothing to do with you, make sure you keep moving and do the right. So at the end of the day, you give it to yourself and you take from yourself. It begins with you and it ends with you. Simple. God first. Now God is done. Everything else don't mean nothing.
That's right, my brother. I appreciate the interview. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get it up. I got it this time. Make sure it's saved. And we're going to keep everything moving in a positive direction. Once again, this is God in them streets. You know, I'm right here in my hood like I always can and always will. Because if you don't never come back to give to something in which you came from, you know what I'm saying, then you can't say that you really adding on to things. So we're going to end this right now and make sure none of these young ain't out here ready to do something they ain't got no business doing. All right? Peace out. Yeah, so I think that I've done a good job with all jokes aside, Zip. You know, you could come, you could be disrespectful or whatever, you know, after this one, and I won't mind, you know, because I know I did my job with making real individuals. You see how intelligent he was, and they are animals. You think you got a record, Zip? Come on, man, you've been behind them walls, man. You know what it is. So, when you're intelligent, because like I said, we grew up in a time, I don't want no cat having no pictures of me and I'm going through the things I'm going through, then nigga know who I look like. Or this is the same nigga that gets with the feds or whatever and they ask him, yo, who's this nigga in this picture with all this jewelry, this, that? I had pictures with $250,000, all that type of dumb shit. And I'd take them afterwards and tear them up, dispose them. Because all those things leave trails. You know how Preem really got trapped off with the takedown in Baltimore? How many individuals made those little mistakes or dealt with the wrong individuals that act like they was really about that life, but when it came time, they folded. Once again, Zip, you know, 1991 to 92, I was in the Beacon a whole year, and I hate talking this street shit because I'm a very intellectual, wise man. But I know that I got to talk the street lingo in order for the young to hear me. I can't just come with pure mathematics and, you know, they be, oh man, get out of here with this God in the streets. I was arguing with some cats up on A and F today, Atlanta News Front, you know, and I'm telling them where I'm from and everything else because at the end of the day, like, this is just going to be part one and not unless you entertain me, Zip, and then I got to go in and pull out more of my files and, you know, everything else. But you know, any of y'all could watch St. Lad's, Shabu from Cypress. You know, I got a joint up there, 18 Part 1. I got a joint up there with, you know, the fingerprint on the street sweeper where I faced 165 to life for 6 attempt murders on NYPD. And I'm not bragging or boasting about any of these things, but what I am saying is, like I said, just as much as you willing to do something to your so-called ops in your community, be willing to do something to those ops that are oppressing you. The invisible hand that keeps us like crabs in the barrel. You know it's all right when you get up here and air individuals out with fake paperwork, individuals talking about what they did in jail. See, I'm not with none of that. Everything that I say is word is bond. Have you not heard that your word is bond regardless to whom or what? Yes, my word is bond, and my bond is my life, and I will give my life before my word shall fail. This is how I grew up in it. So anytime you disrespectful to the nation and talk all that crack shit and everything else, which you got what you would call some type of validity to that. Because we did have a lot of 5%ers or so-called 5%ers, job pretenders, renegade guards and everything, that their word was not their bond, because in order for your word to be your bond, it got to be lived through your actions, because actions speak louder than words. So once again, you see I laid back, because I be having things to do. You know, people be dying around me. And yeah, I am an old man, but I'm not an old chump, Zay. Nah, I'm not one of them dudes, you know? I'd rather die fighting than to sit back and allow a nigga to do anything to me that they want to do. Like, yo, we just not cut from that cloth. So when I was trying to get with you, I was trying to get with you to add on to the realism. You know what I'm saying? You an intellectual hooligan. You know what I'm saying? I'm God, gangster, and gentleman. Any way you want to go about it. And been all over, all type of places that individuals can say, yo, that's the God for real. Getting money, putting it down, holding it down, wherever it may be. So don't get me confused. I'm not fraud in the streets. I'm God in the streets. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Stop playing with me. I'm giving y'all this real content. If y'all really want me to go at this thing full blast, show me y'all do. Y'all be with all this celebrity content, all that, but us real individuals that been through this, that got the knowledge of this, got the wisdom of this, got the understanding of this. And it ain't all about money. Because you see where Puff is at right now. The more you stray away from your originality and who you are, and the more you let money and materialistic things engulf your way of life, the more that you're going to be consumed into that negativity. And like I said, I'll be up on them little chat rooms with the YSL courtroom thing, because I know law. That's why I'm here today. That's why I beat that 165 years in trial. That's why, you know, Derek Bush, LG, turned me on when I first got there with the law. And the law bless the dead, and those that return to the essence. My man TA, everybody know who he is in the desert when you go into them books. You know, like the mob closed the books for many, many years. It been like that now. And you do say positive things about how you're not supporting gangism and cats that's 40 and all these years old running out here with that nonsense, still stuck up in the project and everything. Nah, would I want to be in New York and be all cluttered in? Now, if I'm living out there, you know what I'm saying, in what's that, the Hamptons, something like that. Not even uptown, because I don't want to spend all this money and I'm still packed in like sardines. No, I want the green. You know what I'm saying? I want Mother Nature. I want to be able to breathe. You know about the plants with photosynthesis. We let out the carbon dioxide. You know, they take the carbon dioxide in and they let off the oxygen. This is why we understand the creation, you know, of a baby through a live seed air particle in a clog of blood. Because, see, if man was not made through man, because man mean mind, the greatest creation in existence is arm, leg, arm, head, right? Which comes from gas, liquids, and solids, right? If you take away air, right, that's the first thing that could cause you to die. That's the gas. If your body goes a certain amount of time without water, dehydration, you could die. The last thing is the solid, which is the food. And this is why, you know, you might clown Dr. Inky and the conscious community and you drink tap water. Whatever works for you, works for you. Ain't all of us meant to be robots? But, like I said, homie, on some real shit, watch your mouth when you start talking about, you know, inviting me to your divine IC kingdom. Because the only individuals that I know that talk that he cipher, monkey cipher shit, is those mooks, those blades that you talk about. You see how you come at 10 all the time about, you know what I'm saying, sending letters home to another man and all that. And I don't be wanting to get wrapped up in none of that nonsense. But when you listen to it, come on. Real cats just don't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Who is the man, you know what I'm saying, that sells his soul in order to gain the world? And this is how Puffy was able to control and manipulate things and think he was above the law and everything else. But once he started, you know what I'm saying, acting fly with the powers that be, the real learned elders of Zion, you know, the Jim Files with the Onassies, the Kennedys, the Rockefellers, because all of them got rich either through slavery, prohibition, drugs, whatever. By the time they came down on the mob, they had already taken all that illegal money and integrated their children into society. So now they ain't got to move the way that they had to move before. We was a victim of the crack era the most because we did not take that economics and buy back up our community. Right now, downtown Brooklyn is $4,200 for a 1-bedroom and a 1-bath. Why would I want to give that up when I could live like a king in the South for $4,200 a month? You see the difference? And on some real shit, young cats in New York is the young cats. You know, I love my town. I'm always going to be BK all day, every day. But y'all have adapted the Southern, you know, car way, the West Coast gang bang way. You know what I'm saying? The Chicago drill way. Like, when we was coming up, we was the innovators. Everybody wanted to do what New York niggas did. And especially, you know, BK, you know how we do, man. For real, like you said. When we was going uptown, you know, 77, 78, 79, Taste the Honey Show, Madison Square Garden, whatever, N.A. Rock, you know what I'm saying? Bushwick, Brownsville, East New York, even the Far Rockaway crew, all of us came together and we posseed up from Euclid, the Utica, the Nostrand Ave, the Hoyt and Skimhorn, J Street, Borough Hall, and now we going across the bridge. Illin. Talk about no respect for dead on wrong, bro. Yeah, he was a booty bandit, but he never did none of that shit around us being young. But he taught us how to fight, taught us how to use our hands. We used to take them with us up, you know, New Year's Eve. Lord bless the dead once again. Everybody know from my peas. Died April the 12th, 1979. Gangster Larry, Shifty. All of us, Box, the whole mob, Ab, or everybody, man. Jimmy Harris, all of us going up there wilding. And we got a nigga like Roll with us that all he want to do is knock Tauruses out. And we taking their chains, the house medallions. And Zip, one more thing I got in question. You know that picture you showed in 1987, taking a picture by the wall on 42nd Street when crack was at its height, you know, in New York City, and you down there 7 years old with a big dookie chain on by yourself? Come on, Zip, that's hard to believe. The cameraman would have seen you walking off and told a crackhead, and they would have threw you in some alley and did you dirty. But you know how I know it's not real and you wasn't by yourself? Because you remember that little picture you showed in the train station and you standing on, you know, the little gates where the air come up from and all that? Somebody took that picture for you. Stop fronting, man. Stop trying to be too fast for your age. Live in your era. You know what I'm saying? By the 90s, you know, I was... 90s, I'm going into my 30s, you know. 92, I'm 30 years old. So it's a big difference. When 9 years old, when you got that pack, you was born in 81, that's 1990, man. Come on, man, I was from the time when I was taught by Crazy Eddie, and I got a whole story about that. Jerome and Burnside, 199th Street, Disco Fever, yo. That's what I'm saying, really, I don't need nobody for no content. I just gotta get where I could be more focused, where, you know, I could do this every day. But back then when we used to bag up, we used to throw the dust away. We didn't even know nothing about recooking the crap. Jamaican George had to show me when all my boys went, you know, all the guards went up to Madison Square Garden. I'm like, yo, I'm chilling, I'm holding the store down. The Logan Street guards, you know, had the longest crack run in East New York. You know what I'm saying? Over there on our side by Cypress, between Southern and Belmont, called Saskatoon. Used to get weed money out of there when I was in junior high school. By the time I went to high school, Lane, in 1976, I was already selling loose joints on the back of the bus. But more so than that, I come from packing bags in the store, in the grocery store. The same shit Rich Porter, the same shit Prince and Supreme, and all of us that grew up, because see, we was natural born hustlers. We was about getting that money long before the drug game came. But just like I showed you when I walked up the block and showed you about Hector and them coming out there and getting all the money, and the team decided, yo, we're going to get organized. We're not going to let some more people come in. It was bad enough we done let the Puerto Ricans come in, get the bodegas, the Chinese come in, get the Chinese food, you know, the tailor shop is, you know, the Orientals, everybody come into the black community and rape us. So none of us knew what the crack was going to do. Had no idea that would turn mothers into not being mothers. See, because blacks, you know, we used to our fathers being gone in jail, dead, you know, overdose, this, that, and the third. But the mother has always been the nurturer and the foundation of the family that kept everything together. And like I said, I've seen alcohol mothers, I've seen dope fiend mothers, but when it came to crackhead mothers, they wasn't mothers no more. So now we got a whole generation, all y'all being brought up in the 90s and going into the 2000s behind the crack epidemic, because you didn't have mothers and fathers and you never received it, that true unconditional love. How could you love somebody else? So it's easy for them to be out there killing one another, sitting through the young the YSL trap, and everything in Zone 3, them little niggas is running around. It remind me of East New York in the 80s and the 90s when we was out there. Like I said, go to the New York Post, look up the killing ground. It's the front page. It tells you how 75th had a body every 63 hours. Right? 24 and 24 is 48. And then what? It ain't even gonna be another day. So you every 2.5 days, and it's only 5.5 square miles. Just like Brownsville is only 2.2 square miles. But like you said, it's over 18 projects there. And it's ill to be an ill nigga from the side block, but it's way more iller to be an ill nigga from the project. Look at how many individuals and different personalities and everything that you got to go through to get at the top of the food chain. You couldn't ride through my project wearing no big chunky jewelry and doing all that crazy shit if you wasn't really with it. And even when I went through at times, I might still have my hammer on me, because you never know. And if you get caught slipping, anything can happen. Because the greatest tool in war is the element of surprise. So like I said, Zip, on some real shit, I ain't get on here with no clown shit or nothing. I just got on here to clear up my name somewhat with that fraud in the streets thing. I still watch you. I ain't really got no beef with you. Just stop talking to me reckless. Now, if you choose to come back with the, suck my divine, I see kingdom, stop riding my nuts, and all that crazy language that you talking, I might think a little differently about that. You know about ghosts, right? Right? Yeah, power, you know about ghosts, right? So, don't let me go into none of them scripts, because I'm not trying to misconstrue this where I'm some tough guy that's going to be looking for you. All I'm saying is give me my just due respect. I can understand you not apologizing to the rats. I can understand you not apologizing to individuals that called you a blade or a mook or a rat or any of them things. But on some real shit, you really need to apologize to the God, man. And I know you don't want to respect that on any type of level. So just say, OG, Shabu, you all right. I'm not coming at you with none of that bullshit. And we Gucci. But if you decide to, I got more shit in the stash. Because them individuals out there, they gonna tell you. Know why? Because I played fair and I looked out for them. And I never gave them none of that bullshit about life. Look, if this is what you're gonna live, these are the consequences. If you can't handle the consequences, like Beretta, don't do the crime if you can't do the time. No, don't do it. But when y'all niggas start getting on the stand and I can't recall and all that, ain't none of this shit, sent at Woody. Because Woody doing this thing. It's just showing you where society is at now, where you could tell on individuals and then get rich, ride around the hood, do whatever you want to do. Because individuals really know that you really a tough guy like that you really a shooter. Let's not get it confused because individuals told that they don't still know how to murder. Because if a motherfucker's a murderer, they a murderer. And plenty of them dudes that was around that y'all talking about, touching them, G'ing them, none of them dudes got high or for nothing. But they got high off of what they did. Tuck got high off of taking niggas shit. G and them got high off of laying individuals down, whether it was him or his team or whatever. You know? But like I said, in my St. Lad's joint, when I was facing 165 to life, the only problem I ever had was waking up in the morning and looking in the mirror and seeing whiskers, seeing a rodent, seeing somebody other than myself. So I danced with the devil and I won. And guess what I did, Zip, after that? Because I know you got real angry, but I didn't never say nothing about you being out, not being outside. What I said is that you're not going to be stupid enough to be out on the corner with no crack, selling no crack. So when you made the statement that if you got crack at a good price right now, you would pump crack, that's bullshit. But you went all crazy behind that, which was totally unnecessary. You in your 40s, I'm in my early 60s. What I look like being out here trying to act like I'm some old thug ass nigga, this, that, and the third. Nah, I stay in my lane. But like I tell all the young individuals, right? I come in peace, right? I don't want war. But understand one thing about me. I stay prepared for war. And the only thing that made me come out my script, out my bag, which none of y'all want to see that individual, because I don't know him. It's just a red button get, you know, what is that? Wrong, burn, wrong. You know? And everything turned red. And I'm willing to do it with anybody on that level. So, peace is the absence of all confusion. Peace is a state of mind, a state of existence of tranquility and harmony. So this is what I give off. Islam does not teach you to be the aggressor. But there's certain mechanisms within inside of my DNA that will not allow me to be a sucker, that will not allow me to be a chump. So don't never get it confused where you gonna see me and you gonna smack me. What you think I'm gonna do? What you think I'm gonna do, Zip? Come on, man. You know that telling individuals to suck your divine eye and see kingdom. It's like you spitting on an individual. And this is why I played that at the beginning of this video, so maybe you can see how uncivilized that you acting amongst real individuals. Because I won't tolerate you talking to me like that in person. You could talk like this over this internet and everything, and I'll be in and out of New York like it's nothing. But I have no reason to look for you because you want to tell me to suck your divine I see kingdom. And stop riding, your joint and all. Yo, I don't know where you got that from, man, but that's not New York, man. We don't talk like that. That the new thing that's going on out there? Because like I said, that type of language will get your whole head knocked off where we come from. I'm not even going to discuss that with you. What? Pfft. You're just going to be filled up. That's what you're going to be. For real. So, before you turn God in them streets into fraud in them streets, check my resume. And like I said, Zip, I would like to accept a formal apology from you, and we can keep it moving. Because I'm going to watch you regardless, because you entertaining. And you really be, you know, I ain't going to say that dumb shit you say on they hiney and all that wild shit that you say. You know, maybe that's that jail talk that you picked up in them 20 years when jail turned into something else. Because when I was in there, that type of language would get you, woo, done dirty. Because you can't talk like that to me. I don't know who you are. I'm blasting you. That's for real. I'd rather take an ass whooping with a gang of niggas around me rather than stand there and tell me I'm a bitch nigga, suck your divine I see kingdom. And I don't do nothing. And then you tell me when you see me in traffic, you gonna smack me? Oh, that'd be your last smack, Zip. All jokes aside, Zip with the drip. Keep continuing what you're doing. I wish you much success, brother. You know what I'm saying? Humbly, and you know, as an OG, just keep it real with us that's real. Because you're not going to find no dirt on me nowhere. If a nigga tell you I was a sucker, he did this, he did that to me, and shot him, do nothing to him, I don't know nothing about that. I just can't live like that. So that's why I stay out of people's way. Because I don't want no problems with nobody. I'm too old for problems. But I'm still one of them individuals that if you push me to the point where I gotta come out my bag, it's gonna be very, very ugly, very, very nasty. Trust me. Trust me. My word, matter of fact, my word is bomb. And I don't even like no shit like that. Because cat walking around, yo, God, peace, word is bomb, word is bomb. I'm watching you off the rip. Your word just supposed to be born as being a man. You understand? And I treat all men with respect until they disrespect themselves. And when you start talking about inviting individuals to your private part and niggas riding your private part and all that, talk to the rest of them cats like that. But don't talk to me like that. Because I'm not going to talk to you like that. Only way you going to hear me talk filthy is if me and you is in front of each other's face. And that's not going to last long. Because, you know, you're a younger version of me in a lot of ways. You know? You keep it official. That much I can say. So if you really keep it official, you got to respect somebody. Because the reason why you got to respect somebody, because in order for us to get to where we got to in life, we had to respect somebody and some things. Even if it was being behind the wall, because when you behind the wall, you ain't walking, going where you want to go. You ain't eating what you need. You ain't getting on no phone telling no fat ass to come over. None of that. Every now and then, you know, like you said, with your uncle, with the shrimps and this, that, and the third, and niggas getting hiney in jail. A lot of that shit was going on when I was in there. When I was up in Groveland, and before they put me in the medium, I was in the minimum. You know, all this was the drug joints, the 1.5 to 3s and all that. You know, even though I had another drug open case and all that. When we was in there, we had little black cool ass nigga from Buffalo and everything else, and he on all us niggas. Me, my man Pee Wee from up in Harlem, you know, AJ, Little Shorty, Slaughter, Buck, you know, shout out to my Rochester niggas, Larry Love, shout out to my Rochester niggas, Ray. Man, I know them cats too. We in different time spaces, but one thing and two for sure, wherever I go where the live wires is, I know them and they know me. And one thing about me, I was never taught to ride nobody. I will give you the ultimate respect, but when you jump out of line and you disrespect me, yo, I'm going straight into that script. That's the only thing that I know. That's what my OGs taught us. And that's what we passed down to all of them. You just heard Dio sit up here and give it to you intelligently. But them dudes is all animals. Because they come from the jungle for real. And those of us that came through the jungle and those real lions, real kings, we not supposed to be disrespected like the way you be disrespected individuals. I don't care about the rest of them niggas. Like how you disrespected me. All right? Now, if you choose tomorrow, because, you know, I'm going to post it, you know, fraud in the street responds to zip with the drip, and you choose to come back at me, cool. You know, you helped build my channel. That's real. Because anytime I put anything, and I wasn't going to put you in the headline or none of that, but why not? Because this is really directed at you, because I really didn't like how you was talking to me. All the rest of that shit I could laugh for. You know, old man, you know, slow, this. Hey, if you get up in my degrees and you just got the little bit of shit that, you know, somebody could see with me, then cool. Because I'm still fly. And definitely, you know, I could go still 2-3 minutes, and after that, you know, I'm pull out my little thing. I ain't no stupid old nigga. And some of y'all young niggas is brolic and faster and all that. And, you know, I'm going to do the things that I know to disarm you, the things that I know to hurt you, the things that I know to put you in the hospital, or the things I may know to put you in the ground. I'm not going to be playing. So let's keep this love, peace, and happiness. The science to everything in life is love, peace, and happiness. And that's what we got to learn. That's what we got to bring back, man. We got to bring back the love for one another. You know, instead of that dumbass mentality, oh, it's the streets, anything go, I'll kill your mama, I'll kill your babies. Look at what they doing. They shooting in the houses 3 o'clock in the morning, shooting innocent old ladies, all that. Ain't nothing gangster about that. Nigga, me and you got beef, you my target. Now, your brother decide to come and try and clip my wings or whatever, then he involved too. Or like you and your brother is, I automatically know if I got beef with one of y'all, I got beef with both of y'all, because y'all both on some gangster shit. But if another cat, his brother's a civilian and he's wilding out, you know what I'm saying? If his brother ain't, you know, playing the streets and busting his gun and doing all that, I may give him a pass if I catch him slipping, because it's directed at you. But now if you came and did something to my brother, my family, my mother, my children, then when I come looking for you, all my righteousness is out the window. I'm a pure D savage. I'm coming at you to hurt you the same way that you came at to hurt me. So if you shot at my mom's and now I roll and catch your mom slipping, you know, anything goes. And even under them circumstances, it's real difficult for me to do things like that, because I do have knowledge of self and I am a civilized man. But I always tell individuals, if you make me become a savage in the pursuit of happiness, I'm an intelligent savage. And I'm going to catch you slipping. You know? On that Butch Johnson shit, like in Detroit, niggas laying in garbage cans, you know, for hours, a day or whatever to get to their target, dressing up. Oh, I don't even want to talk about none of that shit, you know, because I don't want to promote nothing or give none of y'all stupid niggas no ideas on how to do shit the right way. All right? So, later on down the line, if you come back, you know, to your senses, you'll be like, yo, the OG Shabu, you know what I'm saying? he could do more good than he do harm because he's a real individual. And that's why I watch your shit. Because you be giving it up on some real New York shit. Like you said, I ain't jacking that. That's that old school. That was that real New York attitude. We ain't jack nobody else, man. Not no dressing, not no broads, not no busting a gun, not none of that. We from fashion to everything. We set the trend. But real shit is once you get outside of there and you start traveling around the world, you see it's real niggas everywhere. And sucker niggas everywhere. Just cause niggas on the West Coast and they say, that don't mean nothing. Cause if a motherfucker's not real and they try some stupid shit and you go into your script, anybody can get it and you willing to live with the consequences. Maybe them niggas may jump you and wear you out or niggas air you out or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I'd rather die a man than live like a coward any day of the week. So once again, my old ass is staying out the way. And all I'm trying to do is give up some real jewels like you be doing in your own way on many different topics. You know? So we'll see how things go, Zip. But once again, I think God in them streets have proven that he is from the streets and he's not a fraud in the streets. So make sure y'all stop clowning me, man. Hit the like button. Share my videos. Go back and watch all my old videos. I got other videos that just in case Zip talk a little more. And the two that I played tonight is amongst my first videos that I made. I've been on this little YouTube thing for 2 years now, and I pop up on and on because I be having a lot of shit going on in my life. And I'm trying to get my life straight and more consistent where I could do this for y'all more consistently. I would love to be breaking down that YSL trial because just in them chat rooms, it's crazy. Y'all don't have no understanding of how jurors look at things. So you think all that little slick shit that they all doing now after they done snitched, after they done cooperated with the prosecutor. Miss Love and them ain't wrong. The prosecutor got to prove the burden is beyond any shadow of a doubt. So the burden of proof is big on the prosecutor. And if there's any doubt, just a grain of doubt, you're supposed to be let go. But it don't work like that all the time. You know how many cats I know from my hood that been railroaded? When I was 18 years old, I testified for one of my OGs because one of them, this nigga was called Deadeye at that time from pink houses, robbing, everything moving, decided to come over to Cypress and stick up the dice game. And Priest, that was his tomahawk name. His righteous name was born Prince Field Marshal. You know where the Field Marshal shit come from, being up in Clinton, you know, having the guards organized, working out, you know, a well-oiled physical and mental machine. That shit y'all stopped seeing by the time y'all started going to jail because, you know, the gang shit took over. The ignorant shit took over. Remember, we went from niggas to guards, and now y'all went from guards back to niggas. So don't never say that knowledge of self is unimportant. That's what it is. It's knowledge of self, of yourself, who you are. What is your makeup? What you are capable of doing. I've been through all those tests over and over and over. And every time, Zip, I came out with flying colors. Just like I'm quite sure you have. Because when you a man and when you real, like I said once again, you rather die like a soldier instead of live like a coward. So I hope tonight, you know, when this video is up there, that you really watch it, don't dissect it and get back up there clowning me and this, that, and the third. Like, come on, man. And I'm not saying come on like no sucker, like, oh, please leave me alone. Nah, I don't give a fuck. Really. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about me, as long as we don't see each other. Now, we see each other, guarantee you, don't slip up thinking I'm some old, frail, washed up nigga. No, I'm not. And I'm not one of them individuals that take disrespect lightly. Because your respect of your character and who you are is the makings of you as being a real man. Real, recognized, real all over the planet. All right? And without further ado, I hope y'all enjoy this one. This is God in them streets. Give me some motivation to want to get up here and kick this real reality. Kick this real science. Kick this living mathematics. Because, you know, street science only amplifies 32 degrees. And then that shit becomes frozen. It's just like what make rain, hail, snow, and earthquake. You know, the water can only be drawn above 6 miles of the Earth's surface before it got to come back down in small round drops of forms or light fluffy forms, which they call snow. Or when it strikes a cold mist, it becomes, you know, it becomes ice. There's different currents in the atmosphere. Some real cold, warm, and some very swift and changeable. When this mist strikes, a cold current becomes solid ice in small round drops and form. Better known as hail. So let's not be cold, bro. Let's keep it on a warm current. You ain't gotta jot me, you ain't gotta like me, you ain't gotta go through none of that shit with me, you know, but respect me. All right, y'all, I think that that's plenty enough. This is God in them streets. Make sure y'all hit the like button and definitely share. Get the God on the map, all right? Peace.